I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Pistoling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent torn, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and norm when you see them others perform. Organized chaos. Okay.
Well. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. I'm your man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? So, yes, I have a smile on my face. Salute to all the brethren and the sistren in the chat. What's good? Yes, I'm excited about tonight's outcome. Imagine that the Brooklyn Nets don't win a championship. Robert Paul was good. Robert Paul was good. Was good. Kane Jerry was good. Sherwin M was good. George Alvernia cuts, kicks, and Knicks was good. 19 comment NYC 84 was good. Was good. I see y'all. Frederick is in the building. Andy Garcia, Black Rain was good. Kevin Taylor is in the building. Kevin Taylor says, I guess that Kevin Durant will need a short fishing pole. Glad they lost. They act like they God's gift to basketball. If you ask me, Green was the MVP of the Brooklyn Nets all season. He showed up. Frank Matos was good. Kevon Bergeron was good. I know that's Kevin Bergen was good. Ismail Rivas was good. Wilson Ding is in the building. Was good. It's good to see y'all. Man. Down goes Brooklyn. Down goes Brooklyn. Brooklyn fans are somewhere. All 17 of them, they salty right now. All 17 of them Brooklyn fans, they mad. All 17 of them Brooklyn fans, they probably trading out their stuff, seeing how much they can get for it so they can root for the Atlanta Hawks. Bandwagon fans. Christian F was good. Kaiser Sauce, the usual suspect, is in the building. Was good. I feel you, fam. Sam Holt was in the building. Mama said, don't trust you. Was good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk to y'all about, which is sidebar stuff. Like why we always fall for the rumor mill. That's what I really want to talk to y'all about. But as usual, Brooklyn makes headlines. Down goes Brooklyn. Down goes Brooklyn. Down goes Brooklyn. What's good? and keeping it real, Brooklyn, stand up. Brooklyn, stand up. I love my people from Brooklyn, bro. Listen, I love my people from Brooklyn. It's just the Brooklyn Nets I despise, bro. That's what it is. Down goes Brooklyn. No lie, I was already. Hey, Atmosphere Audio was good. Sam Ho's in the building. Yo, Kaiser Salsa is like, yo, just get it over with, son, and go back to Jersey. Just get it over with and go back to Jersey. That's what my man's saying. My man's like, yo, stop charading, stop masquerading, and just go back to Jersey. What's good? Son's like, yo, what we got to go through this for? Just go back to Jersey. Just get on the top, pack up y'all stuff, y'all acid wash uniforms, y'all clout chasing selves, y'all 52,000 uniforms, y'all don't know who y'all want to be. Just pack it up in a Winnebago and get on the tunnel. Bye. 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 Steelers Knicks fan 757 says Knicks had a better season than the 2K squad Nets. Yes, I want to talk to y'all about that, man. And yo, and keeping it a buck, I want to talk to y'all about some real stuff, right? I don't want to get sidetracked with all this mess. See, we get sidetracked. Knicks fans get sidetracked with too much mess, right? Like we get sidetracked. Every offseason, the biggest star in the world is always coming to the Knicks, and they never show up. Hey, yo, Powell was in the building. Hey, yo, Powell, where you been? Hey, yo, Powell was in the building. Powell was good. Powell says, Freezy, please, they ain't Brooklyn. At best, Long Island. That team was a disrespect to the borough of Brooklyn. Oh, respect for a Fugazi gentrifying team. Bro, they wear acid wash and red, bro. I saw a uniform they legit had on acid wash, pal. Acid wash, B. It's not 1987. They had on the acid wash Draza Petrovic uniforms. Down goes Brooklyn. That's right. Nobody say it like Uncle Freezy. Down goes Brooklyn. And you know what? And there won't be a lot of slow singing. There won't be. Yo, I was about to hit him with the biggie. I was about to hit him with the biggie, yo. I was about to hit him with the irony. The irony. Y'all remember when Spike Lee went yo, we about to hit him with the irony. Like y'all yo, it's funny. I was about to say there won't be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if the burglar alarm starts. Yo, down goes Brooklyn. Bye. Brooklyn, there will be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing. Kaiser Sose says, when my burger alarm starts ringing. Bim! 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 Down goes Brooklyn. Down goes Brooklyn. Yo, Elvis Hoops is in the building. What's good, yo, Elvis? What's good? What's good? My man says, when is the funeral? Well, they already have on black and white. They already dressed for their funeral. Yo, Miss Hoops, thank you for the super chatter platter. They are already dressed for their funeral. They already dressed for their funeral. Brooklyn, you made my night, Brooklyn. I had something already set up. I have 2 hours worth of stuff that I wanted to talk to y'all about, mainly concerning the off-season rumor mill and why the Knicks are always on it, in it, around it. But not tonight, though. Not tonight. Tonight is the night that I celebrate. Right? Because down goes Brooklyn. Down goes Brooklyn. Down goes Brooklyn. Right? Down goes Brooklyn. These jokers was hey, Will Sorkin says, nah. Hey. Peace. Right? Let me read some of these comments. Right? Daryl ID says, Brooklyn being good is helpful to New York, so let's go off your BS fan membership and accept that. No, what are you talking about? Brooklyn being good is helpful for New York? Really? How helpful? Can you please expound on that? How is Brooklyn being good helpful to anything basketball related? You know what it means? It means this. Brooklyn has proven putting 3 superstars together doesn't guarantee a championship. But you know what it does guarantee? A high payroll. Phase 1 in the building. Phase 1 is one of my favorites. Phase 1 is like, down goes Brooklyn. Down goes Brooklyn. And I give it to Brooklyn. They put up a heck of a fight, but it don't matter. You know why? Because Milwaukee won. It don't matter. Chris C, what's good? Chris C says, New York Knicks still run the city. You don't know. Now, you know. What's good? My main man City for real is in the building. Let's go Knicks. City for real coming through in a clutch. Like, let's go Knicks. I know down goes Brooklyn, but let's go Knicks. Let's go. Hey, yo, Powell says, helpful, huh? Brooklyn Nets being in New York displaced thousands of generational Brooklynites being priced out of the borough, forced to leave town. Right. Thank you, pal. Down goes Brooklyn. We belong to the city. The Knicks belong to the city. That's how it goes. The Knicks belong to the city, not Brooklyn. That's how it goes. That's just how it is. That's how it is. The Knicks belong to the city. The city is us. It's City Edition uniforms we put on because we belong to the city. And the city belongs to us. Not Brooklyn. You can't force your way in here. Talking about you going to put big threes together and never win nothing. Let me see what Sherwin M got to say. What is coming out on the Nets, doing for the Knicks? Hey, man. You understand how this goes, Sherwin M. Don't be trying to play me or play yourself. You know how this go. Don't be trying to play that passive-aggressive, hey, Uncle Freezy bashing the Brooklyn Nets. Nah, bro, don't do that passive-aggressive stuff with me. In a duel, both sides have weapons, bro. And Brooklyn been throwing shade at us and shade at us and shade at us. And when it's time for us to throw shade back, we supposed to be classy? Nah, bro, that ain't how this works. We belong to the city. Ayo, Powell says the Nets don't belong here. Bam! Jermaine Royster, what's good? Peace Freezy about to roll out loud and celebrate with some PBR. Roy, hey, Roy, we love you, Roy. Yo, Kaiser Sosa, the usual suspect, says it's time to be petty. We petty in the moment. This is not random pettiness. This is petty in the moment. This is petty when it's time to be petty. We'll be classy when it's time to be classy. Right. Anthony D says, bust them Knicks guns. Bust them. Bust them. That's what we do. State of the New York Knicks podcast says, drop the link. He won't in. Tony Wu was good. Happy the Knicks bring a chip before we comedy. Look, God, the Nick Michael says. Happy the Knicks bring a chip before. Yo, State is like, I want in. State is like, yo, I want in. Hey, State, if you come in here, you better behave yourself, yo. Let me do this thing real quick. State, if you come in here, man, hey, you better behave yourself. All right. So down goes Brooklyn. That made my night. I was all set to talk about the Knicks rumor mill. How every offseason, Knicks fans will justify a certain stance. They say, Uncle Freezy, this year's different. This year we got money, or this year they desperate because they need somebody to go with Carmelo, or this year's different because Dolan is tired of losing, or this year is different because of some reason. This year, the reason is we have Leon Rose and Worldwide West. We have draft picks and cap space. That's the reason this year. Right? Powell says, we got the future. We good. I'm not disputing none of that. What I'm saying is, listen, I'm not disputing where we are as a franchise now. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that I don't have faith in anybody. What I'm addressing specifically is the rumor mill. Right? I'm not knocking our franchise. I have faith in the franchise, and I want you to continue to have faith in our franchise. Right? But what we want to look at is the rumor mill. Payback Jack, what's good? Right? I'm not saying that the Knicks are not in a good place. The Knicks are in a great place, right? And in capable hands, right? With smart people and people that have fostered relationships throughout the league over the years, right? Right? I have no doubt. I have the utmost respect for the job that Leon Rose and his staff has done and will continue to do. What I'm just addressing is a separate entity that was in place before Leon Rose, and that is the offseason rumor mill. Right? The rumor mill says Rick Carlisle and Luka Doncic had a rift, and one of them had to go. And so Rick Carlisle is gone. But you know what, though? Luka might still be disgruntled with the organization. Interesting. You know what else I heard on the rumor mill? Players want out of New Orleans desperately because the coach that they hired was a jerk and the front office are backstabbers. And cats want out. And I even heard Brandon Ingram has drawn interest from the Miami Heat. And RJ Barrett and Zion Williamson have always talked about teaming up in a city. And Zion does not like New Orleans. Now, stop me if you've heard rumors and stuff kind of like that. And Payback Jack says, all is good in the world. Nets lost. And I'm with you. I'm with you. Hey, Phase One, thank you for reminding me too. Hey, man, if you like joints like this, smash that like button. If you see a like button, beat it up. Right? Subscribe to the channel, share on your social medias. Right? Make sure y'all do that, man, because I do this. I want to make sure I do this for y'all, man. Give everybody a place where we can come and kick it at. Anthony212 says, every great team has a cornerstone. Hey, I would like to, you know what? I would like to expound on that that take. That's a short but thoughtful take, right? If those players in NOLA think Van Gundy is a jerk, they can't hang with the Knicks and Tibbs. Yo, look who in the building.
Yo.
What's good, my guy? What's good?
Hey, good morning, sir. Good early morning.
Down goes Brooklyn.
That's what it says in the daily newspaper. That's what it says in the Post. No sleep to Brooklyn. Where the Beastie Boys at now?
Hey, bro. Nothing has made me more excited this offseason than this moment. Right? This moment right here. When we beat the Hawks in game 2, I was like, yo, what? This month, I legit felt like we was on our way. That didn't turn out in our favor, but that's another story for another day. But this moment here, down goes Brooklyn. Jay Boogie, listen. It's June, right?
Yes.
But back in February, bro, when we found out they got James Harden, I mean, come on, man. We kind of thought it was like, it's a foregone conclusion. Ain't nobody beating Brooklyn.
You're right. They try to put together nuclear bomb the wrong way.
Right.
It got blowed up the wrong way. You know, they try to put everything it was together, and I don't blame them for doing what they do, but, you know, they threw a lot of shade at us all season long, looking like the San Antonio Spurs.
Right. Man, I'm so excited. So my thing was, I was going to come on here. My main thing was talk about the offseason rumor mill, right? I'll talk about how every offseason the rumors are that the Knicks are going to go star chasing because the stars admire the Knicks.
Mhm.
But then when training camp start, we'll never have nobody.
Right.
Right? That'd be every offseason. Kevin Durant, Steve Mason said, I'm 96% sure Kevin Durant will be a New York Knick. Right? LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, all these guys, Kawhi Leonard's, all Jimmy Butler's, all these guys consider the Knicks. And yet, here we are. And so we start another offseason. Star chasing. Eddie C, what's good?
What's poppin', fellas? How y'all doing tonight?
What's good, E? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Down
just
goes
finished.
Brooklyn.
Right? Just finished watching the ship sink.
Bro.
Finished watching a whole bunch of New Jersey Nets fans go down in the fire. You know, I mean, what can you say, man? Like, I know a lot of us Knicks fans wanted Milwaukee to beat Brooklyn. You know, it's kind of like that girlfriend that got a new boyfriend, and we don't want to see them. You know, we don't want to see them go all the way.
Right.
But you know, that's just that just shows you, man. Sometimes you just can't build it in 1 year. You know, Rome wasn't built in a year.
No.
So this stuff, championships takes time, man, and you know, it just wasn't. You know, it wasn't their time this year. They'll regroup, come back next year, try to do it again,
Right.
and if not, see what happens, bro.
Right. Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I think I said it before, but I want to say this again. I want to reiterate, right? I was all prepared to talk my Knicks family off this star chasing ledge, right? Because there is a such thing as a star chaser and a star getter, right? Mm-hmm. And so our fortune has not been in that star chasing lane, right? We chase these stars, but they never come. Mm-hmm. And so we hate to look in the mirror and feel like it's an indictment on us. And so what we say to that is, yo, we can't let, when people sign with somebody else, we can't feel like we doing bad. We just got to keep trying, right? My thing is if you want to maintain sustenance, grow your own food, right? Grow your own. Get good at being a farmer, right? Grow your own food, right? It's cheaper. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go nowhere to do it, man. It's right there, man. All your stuff. Use your limited resources to exponentially grow your resources, right? Instead of every few years having a bunch of resources and then trying to throw those resources at somebody, whether it be a team for their best player or the best player that's a free agent. And I know that's an unpopular take, but my thing is I'm at a point where I'm frustrated with us star chasing and not getting nobody. And the excuse every year is always, well, this year is different. But every year is different, man. Every year is different. There's a different excuse, and we still wind up with the same haul. Nothing. City for real, what's good?
All right, Freeze.
What's good?
I'll respond. Hey, what's up, City?
What's going on?
City.
I'll respond to that with this. For some reason, and be announced to me, because we are a franchise that's worth X amount of billion of dollars, and this honestly should not be this honestly shouldn't be the way that it should be. But for many years, we've been behind the 8 ball when it comes to development, when it comes to the way the NBA moves, the way basically development. I put a lot of it on development because we've never had a developmental team, and this was even last year when RJ Barrett was a rookie. So a lot of my problems when it comes to free agents not wanting to come to New York, of course we have, all this merchandising that you can do in the city. Of course you can make X amount of dollars on other things that other than basketball. But when it comes down to playing ball and the X's and O's and the development and the good people around you, we have been behind the 8 ball for a lot of years.
Right.
This is, and I hate to say because you say, next year, and it's true. A lot of us Knicks fans always say, next year. But to me, honestly, this has been the first year where I have complete faith in what everybody is doing. The development is there. We saw it on the court this year.
Right.
The coaching got an uptick. The people in the management boxes got an uptick. Everything is the way it should be.
What do you mean by uptick?
The way that the business side was done before wasn't the best of ways to go about things. Right. I don't know if they were knowledgeable enough. I don't know if they had the right relationships. I don't know if people had soured on them because of the way they do business or their personalities or whatever the case may be. But now it seems like it's more respected around the league. I think even keeping around Scott Perry was very respectable by the front office, and not just throwing somebody out, because he was one of the ones that was actually doing things the smart way. The Carmelo Anthony trade that net us Mitchell Robinson was brilliant, right? He traded Carmelo Anthony to OKC for Ernest Cancer and that second round pick that turned into Mitchell Robinson. Then he went around and he traded Mook to the Clippers for Mo Harkless. And by the way, I believe there was a report that said that they wanted Trey Mann, right? The darling of the playoffs right now.
Right.
And Clippers didn't give him up. They got more Harkless and they got the first round pick that turned to Emmanuel quickly.
Right.
So this guy has been doing his homework. This guy has been he's been pushing the right buttons. So he was kept on, and I think that he's a sly fella. I think he's a smart guy. I think he knows how to do business and how to make good trades, right? So to that point, man, we're just in a good position now where players are looking at us and saying, hey, this is a franchise that's on the rise, similar to what Brooklyn was last year or 2 years ago.
Okay.
I basically see like a mirror image of what Brooklyn was 2 years ago. Obviously, playing styles are different. Everything is different, but the trajectory is the same.
Right.
So now all we have to do is not look at their mistakes and learn from their mistakes and build it a different way. That way, I don't know what that way is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be via trade. I don't know if it's going to be via free agents. Looks like via free agency is not going to be the same because the caliber of player is not going to be available.
Right.
But you can't knock them for doing what they did. They signed the 2 free agents, then they gave up the assets to get the third one. One of them got hurt. No, we're probably not saying this if all 3 of them are balling at the same time. If Harden's healthy and Kyrie's healthy and Durant's doing Durant things, it's just incredible. This guy is just phenomenal, bro. With a torn Achilles and all.
Right. Hey, so so I think he said something. The Terrence Mann thing, man, is sobering. Because Terrence Mann went off last night.
What?
Yeah, man. Hey, but I kind of see where you're coming from. When I look at the the Brooklyn saga, I don't feel pity for them. I don't have pain for them. Eddie, see, you know what I have for them? Dislike, and a lot of it. And so the thing is with a franchise that had injury prone players with a history of being injury prone or not showing up in big games, and then they are injury prone and didn't show up. I don't feel sorry for them. They knew that going in. Right. Like for instance, Miss Mocha. When I met Miss Mocha, she loved nice pocketbooks, right? 30 years later, I'm not trying to stop her from having nice pocketbooks. She still like nice pocketbooks, bro. I can't stop her from getting them. You know what I'm saying? It's part of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like when Jay Boogie saw me in Atlanta drinking ice cold Bud Light, and bro, he know in 20 years, and he see me at the hey man, hey Uncle Freezy, get that man some Bud Light. You know that's what it is, bro. In Brooklyn, having an injury-prone point guard, missing a game 7, and another guy, a shooting guard that is always hurt but does not show up in big games, bro. That's nothing new. That's who they are. I don't feel sorry for them. You know what I feel for them? Nothing. I'm flatline on them. Get them out of here, bro. And they ugly acid wash uniforms. Jay Boogie, my bad. I know you might feel something for Brooklyn, but I don't.
Oh. You must have ran out of words to say, and you just said Jay Boogie. I don't know where you found that thought at. Why I feel for them? Nah, we need to figure out another way to keep them up out of here. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I know 70% of us is like, I'm glad they're out of here. I would have hated to see them win a championship in our area. Now, what are we going to do to keep them up out of the area? You know what I'm saying? And all the rumor mill you're talking about, we're supposed to get them rumors this year. You know why? Because the organization is right. We set. The office is right. The bench is right. The franchise is right. The pods is right. The chats is right. When everything is right in New York, we deserve to get what we get. And right now, everybody is pointing and talking about getting some kind of way here to New York. You hear all the rumors about this player want to come, that player want to come, this player want to come. But I'm going to keep it all the way real. Like my man Telemate say, yo, don't tease me. I need y'all to get like James Harden and force your way up out of here if you want to get over here. Don't be faking and spreading the rumors and all that. You want to come, tell your organization to get you up out of here and get over here. That's where I'm looking at. Don't be faking. Now, all these rumors and whispers and you want to get over here with a franchise, you see what's happening. You see what's popping. We got it going on right now. And I think is to let Leon Rose, Perry, and World Wide West find a way not to let Brooklyn win a championship now, since they don't blew their opportunity, try to come in here the first year and blow it all to pieces. Now we must go ahead and protect our home court advantage right here, right now, man. I'm amped up. I'm ready to go, and I'm ready for the new season to start, man. Right now.
Hey, Freezy. Yo, guess what? You can't see us all, but we all right here. The fam got something to say.
Hey, fam.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Hey, happy Father's Day.
Yo.
Hey, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to all the future fathers. Happy Father's Day.
Yo, you can't see us all, but we got the crew out here, man. I'm chilling. I'm relaxing, chilling with the kiddos. Got the family going, and we just wanted to tell you happy Father's Day, bro. You already know what it is, man. I'm probably gonna sign off for a minute, and I'll jump back on. Got some stuff to do, but you already know. Yo, happy Father's Day to all of you guys. Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Hey, happy Father's Day to the chat, yo.
Happy Father's Day and every day.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
And City, before you go, you know you got them kids and everything. Happy one day late Juneteenth to all the kids and everybody. We celebrating a very big situation. You know what I'm saying? It is now a federal holiday, man.
Yes, sir. I just saluted you for that one. Yes, sir. You probably couldn't see it, but I did it.
Salute.
Bam, bam, bam.
Hey, Powell, you crazy. I read, Powell, How crazy, bro. I don't know. I don't know when we go to Vegas, bro. I don't know if we're gonna be able to contain Ayo Powell when we go to Vegas. When we go for Vegas Summer League, I don't know if we're gonna be able to contain Ayo Powell. But hey,
man, when y'all start making them plans, what happened with it,
bro?
Man.
Hey, bro, hey, we okay, bro. Rob the Knicks said you can go for like, I think he said you could go get there for like $800 or something. The hotel and flight.
Really?
For what?
Yes, really. The Vegas Summer League.
I know, but for what? I mean, what is it? I mean, for what? How long? What?
Oh, I'm not for sure of all the details. I'm working with him on getting the details, but it's cheaper than what people think. When I get all the details, I'm gonna put it out there.
Could it be like for right now because of the COVID and stuff?
Nah, he said it's like that all the time, every year.
Word.
Every year it's dirt cheap. People think it's gonna be like $2,000 and it's like $800.
Yeah, dirt cheap to go to Vegas.
Yeah, because the casino wants you to be in a casino gambling. So the rooms is cheap and all that stuff. So remember though, if you go and you staying at a hotel casino and not a hotel, so y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, George Alvernia, happy first Father's Day. What's good? Happy first Father's Day. That's dope. That is dope. So I'm gonna get away from the Vegas Summer League details a little bit because I don't have all the information, right? And I don't want to lead people on. Y'all know how I am with stuff like that. I want to give everybody all the details so they can make determinations for themselves, right? And so once I get all the info, I share that. But what I will say though, to add to what Jay Boogie said, the rumor mill, bro. Oh my goodness. Don't be a secret. If you want to come to New York, make your way here. Why we gotta dig through the stuff? Mm-hmm. Like say if you a Zion, why we gotta dig through all the stuff, Zion? Come on, baby boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. AD, what's good?
What guys do you give a percentage? If you guys had to give a percentage of that Zion to New York is gonna happen. Is it a high percentage? Is it like a 50-50 type deal?
I'm gonna say it's 0, right? Okay. Because it's on the rumor mill, and you hadn't heard Zion Williamson say nothing about his organization being bad, or he wanted to go to the Knicks, right? And so that's what I'm saying with the rumor mill. It's always something to keep the New York fan base interested in basketball during a down summer. You know what I mean? So if you keep the Knicks involved, I feel like for instance, the Orlando Magic fans they worried about SEC football. They worry about the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs right now. But Knicks fans, they ain't worried about college football right now. You know why? Because we live, eat, and sleep Knicks.
That's right.
That's what we do. I ain't worried about college football, bro. I'm worried about the Knicks. I'm worried about free agency.
And these dudes are 10th, right?
Right.
Who's to say they don't jump up top 3, top 4, and get a Jalen Green, get another piece?
Right.
Who's that you talking about?
Orlando.
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Okay.
New Orleans. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, didn't they jump up? They jumped up few spots to get Zion, right? They weren't. I mean, they were a better team than us, and they jumped ahead of us.
Yeah.
Well, that was the penmanship that made that happen. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days when they did the lottery and all that, you seen him actually put his hand in a popcorn machine and pull out who it was. Right. Nowadays, they show a commercial and then come back and everything is in place. You had to know in your heart that with them losing Anthony Davis after the time when Stearns vetoed the trade when Chris Paul wanted to go, it wasn't going to leave them without anything. Yeah, that was designed for them to have Zion.
Right.
You know what? Let me tell you something too, man. Like being all these years that we was out of the playoffs and we was in the lottery. I mean, of course, we wanted to see where we were going to land and all this stuff here and there. But being in the playoffs now and just watching everything else unfold is more fun. Is like, yo, man, like, is Golden State really gonna land a top 5 pick? You know what I'm saying? Is this really going to happen? How is this implicate? Because there's a lot of things that happen that are not New York Knicks, but are New York Knicks related.
Right.
So stuff could get popping that, and you know, we're not even physically doing in the position, but just the way
what do you want to have happen
in the lottery?
No, what do you want to have happen in the draft?
What do I want to have happen in the draft?
Right. Your ideal situation.
I mean, it's a lot of things. Like, you know, of course I would like certain players to go to certain teams. I actually wouldn't want Golden State to get that pick. Like, that's one of the few things. I would like Minnesota to keep their pick, you know, and then, you know, just keep building. One of the reasons why is because if they land a top 3 or top 4 pick, let's say they get the 4th pick, and Evan Mobley is the best player available to them. That's what I'm talking about. How things directly but indirectly can something can happen to the Knicks side. You know what I'm saying? So because you get an Evan Mobley now you can say, okay, what do we do with Cat? Do we move off Cat? Do we play them together? Do we do this? Do we trade the pick? Do we trade the player? So those types of deals, you know what I'm saying? I would like to see the Knicks maybe move off for Davion Mitchell. I've liked Davion Mitchell. I like because he's like really the only point guard on the board. And you know,
you talking about within our range.
That right, because you know he's around there 9, 10, 11. If we swing a deal with maybe he slips, we swing a deal with San Antonio, where San Antonio could get extra pieces. They have plenty of point guards. We give them like a Mitchell Robinson, even somebody that they might want to, you know, in the front court. A lot of things, you know, and even if we do stay, I think there's a lot of players that can help us down in the field that we're in. You know what I'm saying? I like Trey Mann. I like these Texas boys, Greg Brown, Kai Jones. For some reason, these Texas boys, they don't look too hot in Texas, but when they get to the NBA, they ball out.
I love some Kai Jones, bro.
Especially big man.
All of them.
I love some Kai Jones, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Durant, we ain't even got to talk about Durant. Durant's in another stratosphere, right? But Texas.
Right.
Miles Turner. You know what I'm saying? Jared Allen.
It's a bunch of guys.
Yeah,
bunch of them.
It's a bunch DJ Augustine.
DJ Augustine.
Yeah, Aldridge come from there, right?
Huh?
You know Marcus Aldridge come from there?
Yeah.
Aldridge. I forgot about Aldridge.
PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
Tucker. Okay. You know what I mean? I guess you could keep on. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, them kids ball out when they get to the NBA.
Right.
It's kind of like Florida State. It's kind of like Florida State system. You know what I'm saying? Where they just produce NBA players. And I'm missing somebody. I know I'm missing another big man.
Ain't it Thompson, the dude that played for Boston?
Tristan Thompson. Yes, sir. He's another one. But I'm missing somebody who's balling who came from Texas as well.
Anyway, the other big man that's down there in New Orleans.
Jackson Hayes.
Hayes. Yeah, a whole bunch of big guys. Like they just produce big men who can shoot the ball, you know, very, very versatile bigs.
Right.
We're in the range to get either one of those two guys.
Right. Bro, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I wanted to talk about the offseason rumor mill, but I just since we talking draft real quick. My dream scenario is to take those 4 picks and turn them into 2 higher picks and pick 2 guys that are going to contribute right away, and hopefully one of them will be a star. That's my perfect case scenario. Like if we get Donovan Mitchell and Kai Jones, either one of them, I want one of them to be a star, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, pal, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat of platter. Mills drafted Iggy Braz 47 over Terrence Mann at 48.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
Well, and he was balling in Florida State.
Yeah. The only thing though about that though is RJ Barrett murdered them boys in that FIBA basketball. where RJ Barrett played for Team Canada and Terrence Mann and the boys played for Team USA. RJ Barrett murdered them boys. He dunked on Zion in the game, the U17 game. So all them dudes, Terrence Mann, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, all them boys they was trying to go at RJ Barrett and he murdered them.
I think even Scotty Barnes was playing in one of them games,
or something. Yeah, because and my man RJ. And Miles Turner.
Miles Turner.
That's the other name which I think of. Thanks for that, Chief. Yeah,
I think I had mentioned him, but if not, yeah, I mean these Texas boys, you know, they can play, man. They can play.
So the thing about the offseason rumor mill, what
all the same.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Texas puts out a lot of good basketball players, bro. So what do we listen to and what do we ignore on the offseason rumor mill?
I mean, I guess
we listen to everything and ignore nothing because we're in position to take all of it in. See, before, you know, and you know, and he was reflecting on that.
You know who the kid is that we missing, bro?
No.
Mohamed Bamba.
Mo Bamba, right? I forgot about Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba too. He went to Texas also.
That's a bunch of versatile big man, yo.
I forgot about Mo Bamba, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but so who do we? So if we listen to everything, what do we act on, J Boogie? What do we act on? Do you try to facilitate a Zion deal? Do you try to facilitate a Damian Lillard deal? There's even rumors about Steph Curry, like the Golden State Warriors not offering Steph Curry max money because of what the last 2 years would be like at the end of his contract. Right?
Right.
So what do? Lonzo Ball, Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal. I mean, so what do you do?
I don't want Chris Paul. I don't want him. I know. Reason why I don't want him because he's 36 now. So if you sign him, Chris Paul won a 3-year deal. So you talking about skipping over the year 23 free agency class. If we didn't get Chris Paul last year to come amongst us now, be with us last year, and we made it to the playoffs without him, now we can go another route. And then I think Chris Paul will have to be crazy to want to leave that situation now Phoenix because he's completely solidified all the way around the board. I think he just opting out to try to grab something extra over there in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Because he really likes the situation. And then think about what Monty said. The guy was there for me during my worstest time of my life, and the guy's been there with me for the best day of my life. And then they hug right after that game. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just don't.
They tight.
I could do without Chris Paul right now, you know. But it's a whole lot of different ways that we can go that will make us look good and everything. Yo, the train is running. New York State of Mind. And Nas intro. What's good with you? Yeah, it's a whole lot of ways we can go about right now, you know what I'm saying, to be happy and solidify this team right now.
Right. So a lot of rumors out there, though, bro. So I didn't even mention cats like Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan. It's a bunch of state. What's good?
What's good, What's up, man? I'm in a good mood, brother.
Yeah, man. Down goes Brooklyn. Down goes Brooklyn.
I really want to say this. If you're a Knicks fan, not even on some hating type stuff on Brooklyn, you're very happy Brooklyn lost.
Indeed so.
And multiple reasons why. Like, the first reason is chemistry. I'm a guy who values chemistry and I value roster construction as well. The Nets traded 8 first-round picks for James Harden, basically. So you don't win a chip in their first year together, and now your future is murky. So I'm looking at the Nets right now, and I'm looking at my Knicks. I'm like, yo, we in a great spot, and I think take the spot that we in for granted at the moment. So I'm loving what the Bucks is doing right now. And the Bucks built their team through a drafted player. Giannis. And Giannis signed his Supermax. So you're destroying the super team narrative quickly tonight. So I'm so happy right now for the NBA in general. Because imagine if the Nets would have won a chip and Kyrie and all these dudes is hurt, they low managing. Regular season don't matter no more. So I'm happy, bro. I'm happy for the NBA.
Hey, to your point, you know what? To your point, if Brooklyn had won a championship, the way they put that roster together, the way they just slapped the rookie head coach in there to be a figurehead.
Yeah,
he couldn't figure out nothing down the stretch because he a rookie head coach. And you got a veteran coach, you know what I'm saying, trying to get him to run the perfect play and all kind of stuff. And then you do that the year after the Lakers basically did the same thing in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? Not with Frank Vogel, because Frank Vogel is a travel coach, right? But basically slap a roster together just to win a chip in 1 year. You telling NBA teams and fan bases that you don't have to respect kids and all that stuff. Yes. All you got to do is build super teams. Just build a super team and you'll win a championship. The NBA will give it to you on a silver platter.
Yes.
And that was said on TV. The way that they put the team together. And I can't front state. My heart was pumping. I felt like I was watching a Knicks game, dog. Like my heart was like, yo, I couldn't believe it. I was watching the Knicks play, but they said it on TV that the way that the Brooklyn team was constructed, if they had won this series or if they win the championship, it just tells everybody that all you have to do is get a whole bunch of scoring because they don't play no D. Get a whole bunch of scoring and just outscore the other team and you win a championship. So now that narrative is busted and kind of things go back to the way they were.
Right.
So, I guess we back on the right track of how, people should win championships. And I'm happy for them kids, man. I'm happy for Giannis and them boys. Yeah, they did it the way from the ground up, man. And it just feels so much better like that.
Yeah, it was a beautiful sight and a beautiful situation to see them celebrating and coming all together and everything, you know what I'm saying, at the end of that game. And plus, throughout the year, so much has went on in Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? It was deserving of that, you know what I'm saying, to see the city come together like that, you know what I'm saying? That made me more proud as a fan of basketball.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and what was really good about that was I'm watching Giannis and I'm watching how Chris Middleton work. And when I'm looking at Middleton, I'm just thinking about RJ Barrett because Middleton did not have those moves years ago.
Nah.
I remember Chris Middleton coming up. He didn't have none of the dribble moves. And remember the two final plays that the Bucks scored on? The first play, Giannis, he got into the lane and he did a jump hook, right?
Right.
And then the play after that, in my head, I'm like, yo, Middleton, do not pass that ball to Giannis, brother.
Say that again, man, because I felt the same way. Don't give it to him.
I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, yo, Middleton, you gotta go Kobe right here. Tell Giannis move. And he did it, and he shot the mid-range, and he made it. And I'm like, yo, RJ, bro, I hope you watching this game, bro, because all you need is an in-between game, and it opens up everything else. So I'm just so happy for
and he got that because when you see him go to the elbow on the free throw line, his shot is butter there. His shot is wet. Like and it looks nice. The form is nice. Everything is there. So it's just gonna take repetition and time for him to start getting that, and he's gonna start getting that. Getting over the players, different defenses. He just got to learn. He just turned 21, so we good.
Yeah, he got to get in that gym. He got to get in that gym and work. I mean, really work, you know what I'm saying? Work on his ball handling drills, his skills, you know what I'm saying? His angles, all that, you know what I'm saying? He just got to develop, He got the confidence last offseason because I think, having confidence to take the shots, the more and more shots you will take, the more and more will fall. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's not about just being able to get to the basket. it's also about learning how to make shots on different angles at that basket. He got to develop those type plays. But yeah, Middleton, man, you said it right. I think he was in the D League one time. He worked on his craft a whole lot. Matter of fact, he looked like a young Paul Pierce.
Yeah, man. I got to give props to Drew too, man. Drew Holiday. You know, he almost finished the game off in regular time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just let him back in the game. KD hit that shot. You know, he's just stupid with his, man. Like these shots that he throw up, man. He just make them. It's just like damn, like I can't believe he just made that shot. But Drew Holiday stepped up. You know, everybody had to do their thing, man. Brook Lopez had that big block at the end. Kind of like that was big because it kind of like put a thought into KD's head, because the next time when he came up and he saw Brook, he faded away and he left the shot short. So, you know, all that stuff plays into your mind when you start in the flow of the game and things start happening. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
bro, please stay on Brook Lopez real quick. When I was watching Brook Lopez, you know who I was thinking about, fella? Mitchell Robinson. And I said this like 2 months ago, and people was like, nah, State, you sound crazy. But now I'm really thinking about it. Brook Lopez blocks shots, protects the rim, and he shoot threes. Can Mitch do the same thing? Because we just watched Rudy Gobert,
and he does it in the Twitter videos, but he just don't do it not even a mid-range State. Even if he goes out 10 feet, but do a little push shot, not even that. So he got to show me something. Like all them Twitter videos is not good enough for me, man. He got to do it on the court, and it don't look like he don't got it. That's not what I'm trying to say. It don't look like he don't got it, but you gotta put it in the game.
That's what Leon Rose is going to show him when he come in the office talking that ridiculous number of prices what he want. No, let me show you this footage all year, how many times you got the ball and you wouldn't even look at the rim. The rim was looking at you. So why I'm going to pay you all this extra amount of money and all you doing is catching the alley-oop and playing rebounding. That's it. You know, but hey, he got to develop something, man. The league is about developing, man. Your all season, your business season right here, right now, man. You're supposed to be working on your craft, your game. Go in there and work on stuff that you're supposed to work on that's going to benefit your game the following season. I don't want to see nobody in there doing the same thing all over what they already got. Like Kevin Knox, nah, dude, I don't want to see you in there shooting no trades. Get your handle, develop your game. Matter of fact, you should be in a gym without a rim in there. Get some cones and some stopwatches and learn how to handle that rock and do that type stuff, man. But hey, man, guys got to develop, man. They got to develop, man. That's why the Hawks ran overs, man. They had them perimeter dudes. They put the ball on the floor and get to the rack and mid-range, long range, and they had multiple dudes, man, driving us crazy, man.
That's what we got to find. We got to find that in the draft. We got to sign these players that could shoot the ball. Like, I wasn't mad at you the other day. You was talking about Duncan Robinson. Mm-hmm. He's going to be hella expensive, but I wasn't mad at you because the boy could shoot. Yeah. We need people to stretch. Okay, look the world of this dude did for us, and he's not even that good of a player on Bullock. And he's not even that a good a player.
Uniform, yo. I don't want to see Bullock.
But just him stretching the field was good. Imagine if you could have way better players than him in all different types of positions doing that. It'd be so good for everybody on the team, bro. Wow. We just need a whole bunch of shooters.
I'm you know what? I'm with State on that. I don't even want Bullock walking by the Garden.
I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
And so
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are after that kid, like the Lakers. You know what I'm saying?
Goodbye.
No, I feel you. I'm with you.
Right, but what I'm saying is I don't mean to sound like a hater, like an all or nothing type of cat, like you know what I'm saying, like being all definitive, slamming my hand down. But the thing is though, is like to what you said. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks need a certain thing, and that guy is not it. You know what I'm saying? In today's NBA, you got to have a person that's multidimensional on offense. You can't be a spot-up shooter because when your spot-up shot is gone, what are you presenting on offense, right? Like for instance, we was there. Me, Jay Boogie, Rob the Nick, a whole bunch of people. We watched as Reggie Bullock caught the pass from Randle for a 3-point shot. It was contested, right? The dude dribbled two times towards the rim, got nervous, and Eddie C. The lane was wide open. He could have did. He could have did. No lie. He could have did a dunk contest dunk. With the space he had. But you know what he did? He jumped in the air and looked for Julius Randle while he was in the air. Threw Randle a bad pass, and Randle had to force up a three with 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
I've never seen a player so bad at running a fast break for a layup in my life. This dude has no IQ on how to run a fast break, how to make a layup.
You remember he traveled twice on a fast break?
Mm-hmm.
How do you travel twice on a fast break, bro?
And he did that the whole year.
Right.
He can't. I can't give him a Knicks jersey.
He cannot put the ball on the floor.
But
do
y'all
anything.
can't. I'm sorry to cut you off. I know we killing Reggie Bullock right now, but we can't kill him too much. You know why? That's on Thibodeau. Thibodeau was so horrible in the playoffs, brother. I'm gonna give you a prime example. I watched Ty Lue bench his starting center, put Nick Batum at center. Then the dude benches Rajon Rondo. Thibodeau would never have the cojones to bench Rajon Rondo to play Terrence Mann. We know this. Everybody knows this. Undisputable.
So I heard the gossip about Thibodeau and Randle and all these boys that they wanted to do certain things. Randle wanted to do certain things on the floor, and Thibodeau didn't want to do them, and things of that nature. I was listening to some shit. I was listening to some stuff.
Words.
Come on, bro.
Language, brother.
Slip up. I was listening to some stuff, man.
Yeah, that's $1.99, bro. I expect to see that.
Ian Begley was talking about it, and there's few people in the NBA that when they talk, I believe them. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody talks. You hear all these Twitter guys talking and this and that, but for some reason, Ian Begley don't look like he about that life. You know what I'm saying? He whatever he says has some merit to it. So, he was talking about how Julius Randle wanted to do some different things on the floor, and Thibodeau didn't want to really do it, things of that nature and stuff, man. So, and how basically, the front office is trying to push Julius Randle out the door, even though he wants to stay. He wants to stay with the Knicks, but yeah, man, go check out that putback. I guess it's called the putback. With Ian Begley and stuff like that, man, they were talking about some stuff like that.
I gotta listen to that because that's slander right there. That's new.
But what I'm saying is, if the guy's putting it on the show, it has some legs. It's not.
It got some legs.
It has.
You want to know what's funny? I was speaking to Steph from NBK fan. Shout out to Stephanie. She said by year 3, Thibodeau might be out the door if he doesn't change his ways. So after what I've just heard from you, brother, I kind of see that as possible because it's a players' league. And if I'm one of them young players on the Knicks, after what I watched from Thibodeau last season, when, for example, Alfred Payton was sulking on the court. And I know all of us seen this. We all seen him sulking on the court. And Thibodeau still ran him out there to play? That's questionable to me. Very questionable to me. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna go look that up though. I'm gonna go see what's up about that. And plus, Leon Rose drafted Obi Toppin. This was something. Uncle Freezy, didn't I tell you this before the season started? Didn't I say this? We gonna have this conversation one day about Obi Toppin and Julius Randle.
Right.
I mean, it has to be said. There's an elephant in the room. Like, you don't draft a player at a position where you have basically, Tom Thibodeau and Julius Randle, murk Leon Rose's plans by doing what they did, and nobody saw this coming. You know what I'm saying? Right. Especially not Leon. But I mean, it goes to show you how difficult the actual New York Knicks job is, because listen, this puzzle is really difficult to build, man, and some a shoe's gonna drop. We don't know when that's gonna happen. It's gonna pop up out of nowhere. You're gonna see a tweet on by Woj early in the morning, 9:30 in the morning. Boom, gonna hit you in your face, and you're gonna be like, "Wow."
You know, I feel like as much as we have accomplished this year, we did that despite doing a lot of things wrong. But what that speaks to is the job that everybody in the organization did to get us to the point that we got to. Now, everybody is not going to agree with how this fantastic voyage went or how it ended. But what you can't dispute is the result. A team was garbage last year, right? Brought back a lot of the same players and went 10 games over 500. So it has to speak to the front office and the coaching staff. Somebody somewhere did something right. Right. So we have to acknowledge that fact. Now, with that said, that place that we made it to, is that good enough for Knicks fans, or do we aspire to be more? And if we aspire to be more than a 10 games over 500 first round exit team, how do we get there? And what is the timeline? Now, with that being asked, do you dare to experiment with the moving of your players? Right? Do you dare even consider? Do you dare even talk about moving Julius Randle? Do you even talk about moving RJ Barrett? Right? I will save my judgment on it. I'd like to see another year of it. Right? I want to make sure this is not a fluke. Because the one thing we do know for a fact is Julius Randle in 2010 is not a fluke in New York. Because it's been done twice. Yeah. And the second time, he's second team All NBA All Star. Right? I mean, dude got votes for the All Defensive team. You know what I'm saying? Reggie Bullock didn't. And Reggie Bullock was supposed to be our best defender, our best wing defender. Right? So it's in the hands of the Knicks fans. We belong to the city, right? And the city belongs to us. What is it that Knicks fans really want? Do we really want a sustainable winning entity that has a shot at winning a championship if things go right? Or do we scrap it all, piecemeal together like Brooklyn, and chase a championship in a 2 or 3 year window? What do you think, Jay Boogie?
Well, you can't. I'm gonna tell you, we got some luck on our side. The luck thing with Julius, thank God he opted out of that Laker thing. Because if he don't opt out, man, it costs more money for him right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we gotta offer Julius something, and you know what I'm saying, and see if he'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Something he gotta get that. What I think is 116, something like that for 4 years. You know?
Yeah.
How much is it?
106.
Yeah, 106.
I don't think he's taking that, bro. Because that's that's $27 million a year.
Yeah, but it's a couple of scenarios where he gotta understand if he's gonna take it. Like his first year with us, you know, he stunk it up. So of course, when he stunk it up, he got no endorsement deals. Nobody came at him. Now during this offseason, he need to be paying attention to see what type of endorsement deals gonna come for him, because he put on this season. You know what I'm saying? If endorsement deals don't come for him right now, then he might have to go ahead and take that 106. But if endorsement deals come, he might can just put that off to the side. You know what I mean? Because there's money coming in from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And then a dude might go to the Olympic team. He might be on that team too. So he ain't finished with his off season. You know what I'm saying? But man, I mean, they got to figure it out. They got to be all on the same page in that office.
It's tough though, huh?
It's tough. They got to be on the same page, and they got to work with Tom. They can't do nothing without Tom, because Tom way in his system that's got us here, whether we like it or not. His way, his play, and everything. And he was the one that said, go get Derrick Rose. That won't Leon Rose. Leon Rose was Obi, just like my man just said. That's Leon Rose pick. You know what I'm saying? But everything else is Tom Thibodeau. His way, his defense, his Derrick Rose, his way of life, his way of playing, his motivating. Even if we don't like it, his X's and O's, we don't like it and everything. He still got us to 41-31, you know what I'm saying? And it was a shocking. And we got the same team from last year. We had a bunch of trash for real. Bunch of trash.
Right. Right. Yeah, I remember Mohawkless.
See, my thing with Thibodeau, a lot of these excuses that we giving him this season, the talent excuse, that he ain't got nobody on the bench excuse, the Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina's trash excuse, the Alfred Payton excuse. None of those excuses matter next season.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If he loses in the first round next season, I don't know what's going to happen to that man. But he got to get it together when it comes to his rotation. Step one, I don't ever want to see my starters playing 12 straight minutes in any basketball game ever. Like, ever. What is Thibodeau doing with these minutes rotations? Like, he has to his adjustments.
I agree.
You cannot run your offense through Randle for a third year straight. The Knicks got to find me a number one option this offseason. We got to do right by Randle. Just watch Randle average 18 points and shoot 30% from the field in the playoffs. The worst I've ever seen from an NBA All-Star. A lot of y'all's older than me. That was the worst playoff series I've ever seen from an NBA All-Star, like ever.
Yeah, he looked pretty bad.
He looked bad, but that goes into my take from like 2-3 months ago. He's a championship number 3 option.
State, I'm gonna tell you something. State, can I please? I'm gonna say something right here.
Get him a one option, and get him 2 guys who's gonna be on ball, and let Julius Randle be the third guy who plays on ball.
I'm gonna say something right here, and it's gonna be the most ridiculous thing you ever said.
So they can't go. I want to know y'all takes on the point guard position, because we have $60 million in cap space. If we don't go into next season with a starting point guard who's young, who will grow with our team, I feel like that's an indictment on the management.
State, I want to say this because of what you were saying. This is gonna be the most ridiculous Julius Randle take you ever heard in your life, right? But I'm putting my name behind it. State ran. State, come back. Said it in the New York Knicks podcast.
He working. He looked like he working.
Yeah. Somebody must have rolled up on him or something. All right, there you go.
Yeah, we still hear you though.
There you go. State, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
All right. So this is the most ridiculous Julius Randle take you ever heard in your life. But I promise you, as somebody that's confident and knowing basketball, when I say this, I'm telling you that this will happen. I'm predicting this, right? I predicted Julius Randle to be an all-star this year. Remember that when you said, but Obi Toppin, we had that conversation, and both of us at the beginning of the season felt like we were right. And I felt like Julius Randle was going to be an all-star under Tom Thibodeau, just off the pure fact that the Keystone Cops wasn't on the coaching staff no more. You know what I'm saying? The Three Stooges wasn't on the coaching staff no more. Just getting a dude that knew how to coach was going to get Julius Randle to the All-Star game, right? So anyway, I'm going to say this. If the Knicks do what you said, going to get 2 primary ball handlers, right? And I know 2 primary is like don't make sense, but what I'm saying is one to be the starter and one coming off the bench is the way I'm looking at it. Because if you have 2 guys, that means you move RJ Barrett to the 4th option, and I don't think the Knicks are interested in doing that, right? But I promise you this. If the Knicks get a guy, right, that can manipulate the pick and roll, the Spanish pick and roll, and the side ISO, like the upper echelon guards in this league can do, Julius Randle will average 27 points a game, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists on 50, 40, 80. Right? And I know what you're about to say. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, it's not, bro. It's really not.
So here's how we get there. Here's how we get there. Right? First of all, Julius Randle was double teamed the 3rd most amount of times for any player in the NBA. The mere fact that you bring in. And think about it, Julius Randle. He's not even Giannis. He's not LeBron. He's Julius Randle, right? Right. The third most amount of times. That means teams were like, "Yo, ain't nobody else on the floor with him. We may as well double team him."
Ain't no threats,
right? So for instance, you put D'Angelo Russell on the final. I'm just throwing out a name. D'Angelo, and just a random name, random point guard. You put D'Angelo Russell on the floor with Julius Randle, right? And you watch D'Angelo Russell go for a 50-point game, right? The next night, a team won't send a defender. Julius Randle goes for 40 and 20, right? Because no power forwards in the league can guard Julius Randle one-on-one except Giannis.
Preach. But Freezy, this is why I've been presenting, and people not gonna like this. This is why I keep saying Colin Sexton. This is why I keep saying his name. Because if you got a guy who gets gravity, now mind you, people love Lonzo. I love Lonzo too.
Right.
But I listened to Jonathan Macri pod earlier today. Right. Did you know Lonzo had 9 made field goals in his last 6 games in the half court? That's disgusting. And that don't fit Thibodeau's system.
No, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. So my thing is with Colin Sexton is not even his stuff on the floor. My deal is he an ideal fit as a natural like the natural chemistry that's developed by teams, right? It's not because when you and I were beefing about Colin Sexton on Twitter, it was never about his production on the floor.
It wasn't. Right?
Because his production on the floor can't be argued. But is he a good fit in the locker room? And you know what I'm saying? It is at the end of the game. At the end of the game, when you have Colin Sexton, RJ Barrett, who is ascending, RJ Barrett and Julius Randle, the 45 seconds left in the game, we up by 1. We need a quality shot. Who's getting the ball?
I'm giving Sexton the ball.
Julius Randle made the All-Star team last year, though.
That don't.
Julius Randle
he's not a closer. You go ahead. My fault.
But my point is now you have a point of contention. Like they said, how you come in here and you were losing with your team, and we made the playoffs the year before, and you gonna tell me that you could come from a lottery team to a playoff team and take the final shot or close out a game? Now, do I believe Colin Sexton is a closer? Yes. But do I believe the questions are there to be posed? Yes. How did you come from a perennial loser? Because Cleveland has never made the playoffs with Colin Sexton.
Never. Right?
They have never played high leverage games. Right? How does Colin Sexton come to New York and all of a sudden is a closer? So I'm not saying that he can't do it, because he probably can. But
being a closer, when I play you once a month, it's totally different from being a closer when I'm trying to beat you 4 games out of 7. You know what I'm saying? Can you close a series? I don't want to close games. I need players that can close a series. And Sexton is not that type player that's going to lead us to no championship and win 4 rounds.
But do you think Lonzo could do that?
I
got something.
We talked about that the other day. You know what I'm saying? Me and you was on the same show, and you already know I'm not a part of Lonzo. Who my man? I want Brogdon. You know that. I told you that.
Nah, I know.
I want Brogdon over here. You know why? Because he's proven, he's young, his contract is 21, and it expires in 23 if it doesn't work out right.
Right.
So if we're going to trade for any type guard, I want to trade for somebody that I know is built for it. Not for nobody that's running around, with his head cut off and don't know what he's doing. He'll get lost in New York, man. He get on the subway, he might not even make it back to the game no more.
I got something.
How did I get it, Red Hook?
Russell Westbrook. I got a crazy idea
Mama, I'm out here somewhere, and it's a big Ferris wheel. It's a big Ferris wheel over here by a beach.
Hey, Sexton hopping turnstiles all day.
Come on, man. Come on.
Get on the city bus through the back door.
Right. My man's like, Mama, I'm at some kind of beach, and it's It's some type of boardwalk in a big Ferris wheel. Where am I at?
Eddie, real quick, before you go. I know for a fact though, when Randall's camping his big caboose in the paint, I know Sexton will yell at him, "You better move! I got this guy." Right here.
I like
I just
his.
need a guy who's gonna go at Trey.
Listen, I love his tenacity. I love his tenacity. I know the kid could ball. I've been watching him ever since he was playing in I believe it was Georgia, right? Who did he play for? Alabama. I know it was one of them SEC teams, Alabama. He has heart. He has heart. But the kid is smaller than Trae Young.
No, he's not. He's bigger.
Yes, he is. When the draft and them two was put together in the interview, Colin Sexton was like a half an inch shorter than Trae Young.
Yeah, Trey's like 6'3". Don't let him fool you.
But anyway, I have an idea that I think is crazy, and y'all guys might not like it, but I'm gonna say it anyway because we're on crazy takes right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about signing Norman Powell?
Oh my goodness!
And playing him as a quasi point guard in the starting lineup at point with RJ Barrett at shooting guard, and keeping the offense the same way it was, but having a player at the point who could shoot the ball and take it to the rack and has athleticism. He doesn't have to finish. He doesn't have to finish the games, but I know he can start. He could score 20 points a game. I said it. You guys might not like it, but I mean, the thing is, with Alonzo Ball, he can't create his own shot like that.
No. Thank you.
So all these point guards, they can shoot off the dribble. They got the step backs. They got all these types of things, and I'm just trying to find somebody who we could put in that position. Doesn't have to be a legit point guard, but somebody that we could put in that position because there's really nobody out there who we could say, okay, this is a definite. You know what I'm saying? Even Colin Sexton isn't a true point because if he was a true point, I don't think they would have drafted Darius Garland the next. They had the opportunity to draft, I think, DeAndre Hunter. They had the opportunity to draft Jared Culliver. They still drafted what they thought was a typical point guard.
Man, they don't know what they're doing in Cleveland.
No, it's Cleveland, bro.
Yeah, word. Like, why would you draft Sexton and Garland back-to-back seasons? You're gonna have the smallest backcourt in the NBA.
I think they thought they was Portland. That's what I think. They thought they was Portland, and they wanted two on the ball guards.
Right, but their guards, right, but their guards are smaller than Portland's guards.
Even smaller.
Yeah, and then plus two. I ain't trying to, piss on the party, but it's Cleveland, right? Even Cleveland is good. Man, listen, I'm not an old man, but bro, listen. Aside from two lucky instances, Cleveland and Chicago have been the worst franchises to ever grace the NBA. Even worse than the Clippers, bro.
Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento was good for a long stretch. Remember the Vlade them years. That was a long stretch, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mike
Chris Webber. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a long stretch. And the Kings thing was they was mediocre. They wasn't ever garbage. When they wasn't in the playoffs, they would win 35 something games, right? So here's the thing. It's Cleveland, bro. If you question basketball decisions made by the Cleveland Cavaliers, the only smart one they ever made was drafting LeBron James #1.
Right.
Kyrie Irving.
But I was gonna get into that. All the other stuff was hand fed to them. Kyrie was hand fed to them. You know what I'm saying? Where they had to make a decision.
Who was the #2 pick when they took what's his name? The biggest bust in NBA history.
Was it Bradley Beal? It was Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, #2, right?
Get out of here!
Yeah,
that was
draft
horrible.
was terrible though. I remember that.
Isn't that the Brady Beal draft?
That's the Bradley Beal.
Yes.
That's the Damian Lillard draft, right?
Oh God.
No, that was a different draft.
Okay. Either way, I ain't gonna fact check. Either way, but y'all get what I'm saying. So we can't compare what the Knicks are doing right now to what the Cleveland Cavaliers have done forever, right? Because we're in a better position. Leon Rose, Worldwide West, Scott Perry, Walt Perrin, Brock Aller, and but it's like they have an office of like 37, 38 people. All of them have different jobs, and they are going at it to make sure when the Knicks pick, they're gonna pick a quality person. Right?
I'm trading Mitch. I'm trading Knox. I'm giving them
coming out with the
one of these first round draft picks this year and a draft pick next year, and send me Miles Turner and Brogdon. That's what I'm putting out there.
I got mad faith. I got mad faith in Walt Perry, man. On these low draft picks, on these 20-something draft picks, I got mad faith in him. Like he's gonna pick a diamond in the rough, like a stud, yo. Like I mean, I think everybody could say that IQ was a Walt Perry pick.
Eddie. J Boogie, I agree with you, brother. Let me get the Eddie real quick. Eddie, if you think Thibodeau is allowing 3 new rookies walk through that door, bro,
you got him before me.
No, it's not about Thibodeau, what Thibodeau want to do or not. I'm just if we have to pick those players, we're gonna pick them, right? And he's gonna pick the best players available.
That's
true. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of players in that range. Like people were talking about last year. There was a lot of people in them range that like Sadiq Bey was like 17.
Tibbs
16.
ain't playing Sadiq Bey. Tibbs ain't playing Sadiq Bey over Reggie Bullock and Burks. Next.
Right. Yeah, no. He barely played
Sadiq Bey was a player.
He's not playing Sadiq Bey over Burks and Bullock, bro. This is just reality. What I would want the Knicks to do is package those 2 picks and package another pick, move into the top 10 or the top 14 and get your guy. Matter of fact, I even got another scenario. If Orlando Magic, and it's kind of like a trade J Boogie said, if the Orlando Magic gets the first overall pick, they're getting Cade. They're not going to need a point guard.
Right.
They got Cole Anthony and Markelle Fultz. They re-signed Fultz.
And RJ Hampton.
They got a bunch of dudes.
So boom, if they get the first pick, and let's say they get the 9th pick in this year's draft,
right?
Can we work with them, man? Can we get that 9th pick? Can we talk to them, man? I'm gonna talk to somebody.
Because if you say Mo Bamba, I swear I'm unplugging everything.
No.
Okay. I'm unplugging. I'm snatching stuff out the wall if you say Mo Bamba.
I even said Mo Bamba because you came out of Texas and the chat got on fire. Right. Like what?
Now I would love Mo, but I'm thinking more like Markelle Fultz in the 9th pick, or give me a Cole Anthony in the 9th pick.
Markelle Fultz, I don't think has a great contract.
For what though? What are we giving them?
What are we giving up?
What are we giving them for Cole Anthony in the 9th pick?
I'm giving up both first-round picks this year. I'm giving up
a bunch of second-round picks. Probably you got to give them a bunch of seconds. And I send Knox home. Send Knox to Florida. Why y'all trying to run Knox out of town, bro?
It's not even running Knox out of town. I'm a Knox fan. I love Knox.
Man, get him out of here, man.
I love Knox. But at the end of the day, if I got a chance to get Scotty Barnes or Jalen Johnson, brother,
all right,
send Knox.
I would love to try to do a swap for Knox and RJ Hampton, but I just don't think that people want to trade players who are going to come off their rookie contract. Like Knox, this is his last year on his rookie contract. They're going to have to offer him a qualifying offer of
well, that depends on if they get the number 1 pick, right? Like what State said. If they get the number 1 pick and they draft a point guard, the RJ Hampton thing is nothing.
Yeah, Fultz don't mean nothing either.
And my thing with the RJ Hampton, he didn't do good coming out and going overseas. He went overseas, right? And he didn't do good over there. And then he came into Orlando and he really ain't make a mark. So what is he going to do when he get in front of these hazard lights called Madison Square Garden?
Now, I think he played actually pretty well when he went to Orlando. They was balling out at the end of the year.
Yeah, he was all right. He was
Denver, he was stinking.
Denver, he was trash. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
but they didn't do too well either because Aaron Gordon didn't do jack.
Well,
we're gonna find out this week though. Ain't the lottery is this week,
yeah,
right?
Man.
We're gonna
Tuesday, bro.
We're gonna find out.
That's what I'm saying, yo. It's so fun. We're not even in the lottery, and it's like so fun just to see what happens to other teams. Like we have fun on other people's stress.
Right.
The lottery is going to now, mind you, fellas, lay out the foundation. We got 2 first-round picks, actually 3, because we got Detroit second-round pick.
That one is so valuable. That one is really, really valuable, bro.
The most valuable part. It's the $60 million in cap space is the valuable part. Because I seen OKC get the 60. I seen them get the 16th pick by taking on Kemba Walker's contract. I'm trying to see after the lottery how that lottery play out. Who gonna be willing to give up a bad contract to give up a lottery pick? Because that repeated taxes is crazy. It's looking crazy, especially for Golden State.
Yeah, that was a crazy trade because they just replaced the bad contract that they had with another player on a bad contract. I don't know if they're gonna put Marcus Smart at the point because Tatum, he could run the team by himself, the offense by himself, and Jaylen Brown's is his sidekick. I mean, those 2 kids are pretty good.
Jaylen Brown is on his way up out of there, yo. You got to see it. You got to read between the lines. Them St. Louis boys want to play together. Bad. Them 2 St. Louis boys is Tatum and Bradley Beal. That's why they cleared up extra cap space. Old boy gonna be a part of that Bradley Beal trade. I'm telling you.
I can see that happening, bro, because he's a good young piece. Something that Washington Wizards would probably listen to.
State. Let me. I understand what them 2 saying, and it make a lot of sense in my mind. But let me just close the door on the Golden State thing that you mentioned. Right? Would you do Knox? And I know y'all love Kevin Knox, bro. I know y'all love Kevin Knox. The 2 first-round picks for Andrew Wiggins and the number 6 pick.
Is water wet,
bro? But listen. Don't get emotional over Kevin Knox. We just throwing Kevin Knox's name out there as a. I know how emotional.
Nah, he gets emotional about that 6 pick. He want that.
So we can legit leave draft night with Andrew Wiggins and
Scotty Barnes, basically.
Yo, what? Yo, if that was to happen, I'm gonna drink myself into a car. I'm gonna be on one of these hospital beds. I'm gonna be on one of these beds. I'm telling you, if that was to ever happen, man.
So, but you got to give up. Well, you got to give up all 4 of your picks and Kevin Knox for Andrew Wiggins and the number 6 picks to take Scotty Barnes.
Who can I present this to y'all? Jay Boogie, Eddie C, Uncle Freezy. I looked at the free agency for the next 3 years, and everybody thumbs up in the chat, man. Press that thumbs up. Everybody looked at free agency for the next 3 years. Who the hell are we saving money for the next 3 years? There's no superstar free agency.
No superstars hitting.
It's none. So what are we saving money for? When you could watch, we're about to watch Wiggins and RJ Barrett start on the same Canadian team this summer. So we don't have a front page view of that combo. So how can you not think about that? Y'all want to pay Kelly Oubre? You want Kelly Oubre? I don't want Kelly Oubre. Throwing kisses to the crowd, missing, looking off. I'm good. I'm good.
Bro, I like it, but I'm going to shock you when I tell you this right here.
Go ahead.
Let the Sixers lose right here. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen.
I want
They're going to send Wiggins in that 6 pick and go get Ben Simmons. If Ben Simmons go over there with them 2 sharpshooters on both of his wings, it's night for the league. I don't care how many bricks.
Yo, Jay Boogie, man, you dropping some gems today,
I'm telling you that. But it's over. It's over. It's over. Bro. You put Ben Simmons with Clay and Steph, and he's 6'11" at the point. Who's going to stop Ben Simmons? Nobody.
Would you trade for Ben Simmons if you the Knicks? Put you on the spotlight right now.
No, because we don't have them tight pieces that's going to open the door for him. You got to have pieces that open up for him. Golden State got 6 pieces, and they got a bunch of young dudes that went into the playoffs this year that showed you that they ready. So they ain't even looking for no more people to bring in. Like we trying to bring some more young fellas on top of our young core. We got Quickly, we got RJ, and we got Obi. How many more young people we want? It's time to bring somebody in there that can do something. Leaders, not veterans, leaders.
Yeah, they got pieces to move because they got Wiseman, who somebody can pick them up probably for another pick. They got pieces. Golden State is a monster.
Wiseman for Mitch?
Huh?
I forgot who said this to me. Wiseman for Mitch.
That was the last year thing that the number 2 pick for Mitch.
Would you do Wiseman in 6 for Mitch 19, 21, and 32?
In a heartbeat. Ain't even a question. Good?
All right.
But Jay Boogie, the reason why I brought up Ben Simmons to the Knicks is because if Philly do lose to the Atlanta Hawks, they're gonna want to retool that team. Mm-hmm. And listen, Jay Boogie, I watched Alfred Payton for 2 years straight. I watched Emmanuel Mudiay for a year. I watched Jared Jack. I watched Tony Douglas. Chris
Duhon.
And
Alexei Shved, Pablo Prigioni, Shane Larkin.
Raymond Felton.
Yeah. I watched Stephon Marbury get sat on the bench. And I'm done, Jay Boogie. Mm-hmm. And if Ben Simmons is on the table, we should go get him. Even though I know a lot of people are going to be like, no, hell no, blah, blah, blah. He averaged 5 points. I don't give a damn about none of that. RJ can shoot. Right. Quickly can shoot. Obi can shoot. We need a ball handler. I'm just saying.
His defense is impeccable.
It's just a thought. I'm just saying we can't keep a boxed mind when it comes to like trying to get these players.
You're gonna have to pair him up with a Miles Turner, but
you could pair him up with the RJ Barrett.
No, but I'm saying RJ Barrett's on the squad already, but you're gonna need a stretch 5, so you know you have some space to drive and kick.
Can I say a name? Y'all might not like this name either. Lauri Markkanen.
Hey, goodbye, State. It was nice having you, bro. It was nice having you on. It's always good to see you, bro. It's always good to see you. Your thoughts and ideas are usually spot on.
I'm taking that boy Isaac over there in Orlando on marketing.
Yeah. Come on, man. We need a player. We need a real player. Real player. And Jonathan Isaac is a franchise-altering player. He's a guy that cover up so many of your weaknesses that your coaches are allowed. Your coach can make blunders in game, and Isaac can cover them up. And I know that sounds like, well, that's what stars do. Well, no, not really. Jonathan Isaac is a dude that when your team called the wrong defense and somebody's out of place, he can recover and protect your rim as a wing defender, right? He's the type of person when your team has got you in the wrong offense, he can stretch the floor as a stretch 4 and knock down threes and take his man off the dribble. Right?
I got this. I don't know for why this just got in my head, but because the other day you was talking about Keon Johnson. And I think
that's behind pretty well, bro.
But
that's a trust.
You know, they were saying something about him. They were saying that he's more closer like the 6'3" than to a 6'5".
Oh, I'm good.
I can't take
next.
I can't take another 6'9" guy that's actually 6'7", or another 6'5" guy that's actually 6'3".
Man.
More than him, bro.
Yeah,
I just can't. I just can't, man. At this point, but
super freaky athletic.
Right.
Super freaky athletic.
Bro, he is.
But the word is that he's like 6'3".
If I could deal with him being 6'4", but 6'3", I mean, come on.
I can't do it. That's too small for me. Man.
Yeah, come on,
hate
bro.
Small guards, bro. I hate small guards. That's why I love RJ.
Right.
6'7". I've never been a small guard fan.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like him. I like him to be a little tall on. I like to have length on every position.
Yeah, man. Gregory Castillo was good. MIG Mig is in the building. Was good. Wappo all the time was good. I see you, Paris Duggar. Was good. Yo, so State. I understand where you're coming from. The Lauri Markkanen thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
He better.
You want me to listen? I know it sounds crazy, like Lauri Markkanen, but I know he's not staying on the Bulls. And I know that for a fact. Like he
gone.
But
they didn't pick up his option.
Boom, they did. And at at the end of the day, he averaged 19 points, 43% from the field, 9 rebounds, right? In his sophomore season. They gave him Jim Boylan. His numbers went down. His numbers went down the last 2 seasons, matter of fact. 14 points to now 13 points. But his field goal percentage went up to 48%. Boylan made Lauri Markkanen play in the post. So Randle would make Lauri Markkanen play on the perimeter. But maybe he's just soft. So, you know.
I think a lot of it has to do too that he's not happy there. So, you know, it's like whenever you're not happy at the job, you ain't gonna give it all. You ain't gonna give it all. So, you know, I think he's better than what he's displaying right now.
Like Blake Griffin. Like
he's
Blake
just
Griffin
not
did.
right. Yo, Blake is balling out. Was.
And you never know.
Balling out.
You never
and
know.
Detroit, he looked like he was crippled. So yeah, man.
Just
like
stayed out of there.
My only thing with Lauri Markkanen is Detroit. Hey, Chicago ran a play, right? Chicago ran a play in a pick and roll where the weak side defender had to come crash on the big coming to the basket, right? And it wound up being the death knell to us. The play they ran, and it was a random play. It wound up being the hole in our guard that we didn't know we had, and teams saw it on tape and they killed us with it. It was Lauren. They ran this pick and roll play. I don't know what its name and know what the name of it is or whatever, but somehow Lauri Markkanen always got matched up on RJ Barrett at the basket, and Lauri Markkanen wouldn't yam on him. Lauri Markkanen could not dunk on RJ Barrett, and it frustrated me for 2 reasons. For one, if you're a big and you can't dunk on a guard, you're not a big. I don't care how tall you are. If you're a big and can't dunk on a guard, you are not a big. And I don't care. I don't care if he's 7 foot tall, right? The second thing is every team ran that play against us down the stretch, and you saw us lose again. The Boston Celtics ran it in the last game of the season with a bunch of scrubs, and we could not stop that stupid play, right? And Atlanta Hawks ran it against us in the playoffs, and we couldn't stop it, right? And it frustrates me because our bigs are not athletic enough to recover, so a wing won't have to defend a big 5 feet away from the basket. It frustrates me, man. So when you say names like Lauri Markkanen, I get the offensive side, but at least if you had Miles Turner, he's athletic enough to get back and protect the rim. You don't have RJ Barrett in those compromising spots. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what, too? We need a healthy Mitchell Robinson for 1 full year. We need to see that. Like, we really need to see what that's about. Like a healthy Mitchell Robinson that's going to be able to defend a pick and roll, defend in space, block those 3-pointers. Even with all his limitations, we need to really see a full year of Mitchell Robinson on the floor to assess
Eddie C. But
where we at.
Eddie C. Listen to this, though. With Mitchell Robinson, the team was under 500. Without Mitchell Robinson, we finished the season 41-31.
I don't get that, though. Like, I don't get that.
It's the same. Like, people say we needed more shooting on the floor, right? When Kevin Knox was averaging 20 minutes a game, we were 2 games under 500. When Thibodeau said, "Hey, Knox is situational," we finished the season 41-31. So it's got.
And what do you assess that to? What
do we attribute it to?
Attribute it to, yes.
So for instance, I attribute that to the veterans having better chemistry with each other than the young kids having chemistry with them. And listen, and so I'm not trying to make State have a heart attack, right? Even though he's in the right place to have one, but I don't want him to have one, right? Right. So I don't want him.
He's at the right place for it.
Yeah, you're right. So what I'm saying is Tibbs played the vets because of their veteran experience. The young guys were learning on the fly and had minor gaffes, and Tibbs snatched them so that they wouldn't lose the game, right? Because the winning culture was more important than developing the kids. Now, in year two, you have to play these kids, bro. even if you finish with the same record, say you finish 46 and 36 or whatever, 46 and 36. Say you finish 46 and 36. People say, we didn't get no better. We still finished 10 games over 500. Even if we got to sacrifice wins, we got to play them kids and get them experience, right? Because this year, those vets that played to establish the winning culture are gone. They're going to be in places like Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Bye.
They're going to be in places like New Orleans, Louisiana, and Phoenix, Arizona, right? And so by not playing the kids, the kids didn't gain any experience on the floor, and you won games. But now moving forward, what do you have? Because those vets, Alec Burks is going to be gone. Nerlens Noel is going to be gone.
Bye.
Reggie Bullock is gone. Alfred Payton is gone.
Bye.
Right?
Hella gone.
Right.
Why y'all want Burks to be gone?
He need to go.
No.
One of them is staying. Bullock is probably the one staying. I'm just saying that.
So Jay Boogie, I don't dislike Burks. What I'm saying is, with the season he had, he's going to be a highly sought after commodity, right? Mm-hmm. Are you willing to pay Alec Burks $14 million?
Nobody's going to give Burks no $14 million first thing first. He got $6 million, so he's not going to jump up $8 million from off the bench. So that number right there is just ridiculous by itself. Right. Now you probably can get away with giving him a $2 million raise. You know what I'm saying? And being that he's already solidified in the city, you know what I'm saying? He's got used to it, and you know what I'm saying? He's got a little bit comfortable to it. And see if somebody is, we got his rights anyway, just to see what somebody going. You see what somebody offer. If somebody offers something crazy, then of course he getting more than $10 million a year. Let him walk. But my thing is, those are the type players.
You think the Celtics not going to try to top us? You think the Celtics, who needed a off the bench wing scorer, you think that they not going to be competing with us?
I don't believe.
Because if you say 8, because think about it, if you say 8, Celtics are going to be like 9. Then we going to be like 9.5.
That's what I'm saying. I know. $8 million, that's a great number. But that's what I'm saying. We got his right. So let's see what he gonna get offered. Now, if it's anything $10 million above, then yeah, let him walk. But I'm not saying don't make an offer to him first. Don't make the offer first. Let's fall back and see what's gonna happen. But my thing is, you need dudes that can dribble, penetrate, and shoot on our wings. His game got hurt because D Rose had to be put into the starting lineup, and then in the second unit, that made him a primary distributor when they should have kept him at scoring on the wing. That's my thing. And I just wanted to, ask, because I heard y'all say, let him go. If these are the type ball players we need, and he's 6'6", don't forget that. That's right down your line, New York State of Mind. The train is running. Nas intro. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we need them type ball players, man. What you think, man, is coming off the bench? 6'5", 6'6" for the Clippers. You need dudes that can handle the rock, get their own shots. I'd keep him before Reggie.
Right. He's probably the one that's the biggest on the top of the list.
Right, but I never said get rid of Burks. What I'm saying is, in a competitive marketplace, other teams have money too. You think Portland could have used Alec Burks this playoffs?
Yes. But I'm saying, where is their money? Boston money don't come up until the Al Horford trade come off the books. They ain't got no money like that.
They got a $20 million exemption, I think. They got bread. They got money to spend. My only beef with Burks, OG, he never passes the ball. He thinks he's James Harden. He never took a good shot in the playoffs. I hate him dribbling the ball sometimes. Whenever he comes off a pick and roll, he's going to shoot the ball. He never get Obi alleys. He's annoying to watch. He's 6'6". He got ran around like a cone in the playoffs. He allowed Trae Young to kill him in the playoffs. He allowed DeAndre Hunter to kill him in the playoffs. He didn't play with no heart in the playoffs. He played bad every single game in the playoffs, and I'm done with him.
So I'm going to reel off. I guess I'm going to stop here at 8 because I think 8 is the most important team. After that, the other teams are not as important. Projected practical cap space for next year. We have the New York Knicks at number 1 with $51 million. We have the San Antonio Spurs at number 2 with 49 million.
They ain't doing that.
Oklahoma City,
They ain't doing that.
41 million. Those are the top 3 teams with salary cap space. Then from there, it jumps from 41 million to 29 million, which is Toronto, Miami, Charlotte, and Dallas.
Ooh,
Memphis,
Miami, Charlotte, and Dallas will be in the running for him.
Miami, Charlotte, and Dallas, and then the Grizzlies are 24 at 24 mil.
Right.
You know, they got a defensive team already, so they can slide an Alec Burks in there. Not to say, you know, this is not for Alec Burks' purposes. This is just to show you guys who we are going up against when it comes to these free agents and where they want to sign.
Well, Eddie C, you get so who is the replacement killer? Who is the replacement killer? Because you got to have one. Who's the replacement killer? You probably get him in the draft. Maybe a dude by the name of James.
I love Norman Powell, man. Like I really love Norman.
So James Bouknight does not ring a bell with nobody.
I'm not a James. I like James Bouknight, but I don't know. I really don't.
Give quickly the keys.
And go
I've been
Gary.
saying that we might start quickly at point next year.
Gary is 22 years old. Gary Trent Jr.
Yeah, but he's restricted, and Toronto's so sly, man. Like they gave up an unrestricted a player with a player option to Portland for a player that was a restricted, basically the same player,
right?
But Trent is younger, and I might be a little bit better. I'm not sure.
Norman Powell definitely is the better athlete.
Yeah, but I think he's only restricted for like $4 million and something dollars or something like that. He can decline that because he's gonna be worth more than that. That man 22 years old, man. You mean to tell me that man ain't worth $11-12 million? Gary,
yeah, but Toronto could give him that because they got 29 million cap space.
Freezy put that up on purpose
to make you laugh. Yeah,
he did that on purpose. You knew I was going to see that.
When he put up
RJ Barrett trades, make my head hurt.
Yeah, the thing with RJ Barrett, man, I'm gonna just say this real quick, and then I promise I'll get back out of the way. The two guards that ascend to stardom in this league, they basically ascend from year 2 to year 3. Somewhere in between the start of year 3 and the end of year 3, it clicks for them, and they become the guy. And it's not just this generation. It's not this generation of Booker, Bill, Levine, whoever, Klay Thompson, whoever. This goes all the way back to your Clyde Drexlers and all of these guys. They go in that 2 to 3, that 2 year to 3rd year thing. Something happens, and it has nothing to do with age. It has something to do with game experience. Like 2 full seasons, and then that 3rd season, something happens. But your boy RJ Barrett went from the worst coaching staff ever assembled on God's green earth in year 1, where they made everybody shoot worse, including a dude that shot a career 42%. Wayne Ellington came to the Knicks and shot worse, right?
Facts.
But anyway, the following year, after Tibbs cleaned up the mess, RJ Barrett shoots 40% from 3.
And Wayne Ellington is shooting 40% from 3 the year.
And Wayne Ellington is back to his norm, right? So what I'm saying is y'all be patient with your RJ Barretts. Be patient with your draft picks, man. Don't throw them away so soon. Be patient.
Facts.
Like why go get a 6-year Devin Booker when I can have a 3rd-year Devin Booker? Now I know that sounds crazy, right? But just look at natural progression. Just be patient. Devin Booker didn't step out the womb as the replacement killer. He is now, but he didn't step out the womb like that, and neither did RJ. Just be patient, bro.
RJ has a high ceiling because RJ is a 2-way player already, and people kill me. Like another thing about RJ Barrett, Kawhi Leonard didn't average 16 points until his 4th year in the NBA.
The 4th year.
In his 5th year,
he was trying.
Yes, and he was trying. In his 5th year, he finally averaged 20-something points. People kill me when it comes to RJ Barrett. I watched Paul George shoot when Paul George was 20, he shot 27% from three. RJ Barrett shot 40% from three. So people kill me when they say, oh, RJ Barrett, he's going to be a role player. He's going to be. Let's temper expectations.
Right.
Give him time. And I think he's going to be a good player. Let's look at Jason Tatum's sophomore year. Jason Tatum's sophomore season, 16 points, 45% from the field, 2 assists per game. RJ Barrett easily had a better sophomore year than Jason Tatum. I'm not saying he's better than Tatum. Not at all. We know Tatum is better, but he's going to get better. He's going to level up, and it's going to get to that point. I think when RJ is about 25, he's going to be a top 3 shooting guard in the NBA. Easily.
Salute to everyone, by the way. I didn't get the chance to say it. What's good?
up,
How
brother?
you guys doing
Dude, what's good, dude?
What's good? I mean, the Kawhi thing, I'm not gonna say he's gonna be an elite two-way player. I think he's gonna be good. I don't know, the ankle injury kind of made him iffy on defense, especially the second half. But I think he has good two-way potential. But it's also like you see, like Kawhi, his 5th year is mainly when he started becoming that number 1 option on that team. And then when you look at the Tatum was always the number 1 option. Like, these players are the number 1 options when they get this opportunity to shoot as much as they do, run the offense through them. So it is going to be a different path for him.
Right. Hey, dude. So let me ask you this: do you remember the shooting guard that played next to Penny Hardaway in Orlando? When Orlando, no, not that one.
I don't know.
No, not that one. When Orlando put together Nick Anderson, yeah. Then Orlando put together a young core of Penny, Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott, Jeff Turner, Anthony Goldwire, and Shaquille O'Neal, and Tree Rollins was a vet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tree Rollins and a dude named not Scott Brooks, but the other coach that got fired. He used to coach the Bulls and the Clippers.
Yeah, I know you're talking about the bald head white dude.
I forget his name. But anyway, Nick Anderson came from a situation where all he had to do was be the best number 2 guy every night. Like when Penny wasn't having it, Nick Anderson was the backup guy. When Shaq wasn't having it, and that was rare, Nick Anderson was like the number 2 guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Shaq, you ain't hit your free throws, I'll knock down some threes. Right? To me, in my mind, that is what RJ Barrett is destined to be, but at a higher level. Right? RJ Barrett to me is not an 18-point per game scorer. Naturally. I think RJ Barrett settles into about 21, 22 points per game with somebody else that scores a lot of points. But when you need them tough buckets, RJ Barrett can go get those tough buckets for you. Right? Like, and we saw it against Boston, the second to not the dumpster fire game, last game of the season, but the one we played Boston with RJ Barrett hit 6 threes.
Yeah, he
you remember when, matter of fact, they called a timeout, somebody got fouled, RJ Barrett just threw up a 3 way up in the air playing, and it still went in. RJ Barrett took the last shot of the game, just threw up a 3 at the buzzer, and it still went in. I think that's what you might be looking at, something like that, like a 21 point per game guy that's a supplemental piece next to Michael Porter Jr.
So we're looking at Green Lantern then. RJ Barrett, Green Lantern then.
Or if you talk about Justice League, you talk about Batman.
No.
If you talk about Justice League, you talk about Batman.
So he's Batman. So he is Superman.
But you know who the most powerful person in Justice League was?
Superman.
Okay, all right.
But Batman knows everybody's weaknesses though.
Right.
Man had kryptonite though, so
right.
Only stop, which is the playoffs in this scenario.
Right. And so my point is, will there be a night that RJ Barrett goes off for 50? Maybe, probably.
He's about to.
Yeah, probably. But is RJ Barrett going to go off for 50 points in a game every month? No, I don't think so.
Right, that's so weird, right? Like it's so hard. Like he rarely hits 30 points.
Right.
And there's a reason for that though.
What's the reason?
I mean, I think it's clear as day when you see Randall. I mean, when you see RJ hot in the game, Randall has to take his shots, and you could see it from the Celtics game. There was a
Yeah.
time in the Nets game. It's just like certain times, Randall always got to take the shots after to get his, but I don't know. He's not gonna be able to. 50, I'm not gonna look at, but 40 is definitely something I see him getting
Attainable.
next season.
Yeah.
Because 50, people don't just get 50. You're
Yeah,
getting
you
50
don't.
if you're a superstar.
I think next year he's got to score at least 22 a game for me.
I would be. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think 21 because he went up by 3.3
That's
last
fine.
year.
That's fine.
I'm hoping he keeps going on that type of time.
That type of
If he does,
trajectory,
that's big.
Give me
big for him, 'cause
bucket.
I
Give me
still
the
think Randall is gonna do about the same or a little more.
Give me the buckets under 5 minutes, man. That's what was so special when somebody was talking about they like to see what Holiday was doing. Holiday had a trash game all game long. I was wondering about that 135 million he was got. But when he got in that fourth quarter in 5 minutes, he was making that shots.
when it
That's
matters,
when it matters. That's what I need from RJ. Give me them big time buckets, them baskets. Because Julius already proved he can get us there. We need somebody that, you know what I'm saying, that could close the game
See
out.
the difference, Jay Boogie?
Is that Rick G? Is that could he kept Burton account?
Wait, Holiday shot trash. You see the whole entire game, and he played in the fourth. RJ is not allowed to play in the fourth when he shoots trash, which is something I don't like because you don't learn from that.
Tibbs will play Reggie Bullock. 34 minutes, 0 points.
That's just one thing. I mean, it's understandable when you're having a winning season, but that just like when you got a young guy who you're trying to develop, which I mean, he's not a developmental coach, but in general, if he's having a bad game, you gotta let him play through it.
Yeah.
To see how they come back from it. But you never saw that happen.
It's gonna be a different ball game for Thibodeau next year because I don't think we're gonna have as many vets as we had this year.
I don't think so
Next year.
either, and he got to change the offense up 100%.
So he's gonna have to play, quickly more. He's gonna have to play Obi more. He's gonna have to play these guys.
What offense do y'all want to see?
That's what I was gonna say. Who's gonna take Woody's place?
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's more of like the Woody thing. It's just like I still think that our number one thing is to get a point guard. So
he needs a Woody, bro.
Like that.
Still need an offense.
He need a Woody, bro. Steve Clifford.
And you know what? You know what I would prefer to do, and I know this don't make sense, right? But I would prefer on a made shot that Julius Randle get his 255-pound self down the court, right? Instead of our power forward bringing the ball up, how about you have your speedy guards come up and attack the defense before they get set? Instead of having, think about this, State. Think about this, and you saw this in the Golden State Warriors game, the one in Oakland, right? Steph Curry comes around a screen, clean, boy. As soon as he comes around the screen, everybody start running back down court, right? Because they already know if Steph get this shot off, it's money. Because you don't get screens that clean in the NBA, right? Mm-hmm. Steph Curry gets a Draymond Green screen. And look, man, you already know what it is. But instead of Julius Randle getting back, guess what happens? Elfrid Payton takes the ball out after Steph Curry makes the shot. And he gives the ball to Julius Randle to bring up the floor.
I thought I would never hear that name. Now, not only is Golden State already back on defense set with one of the best defending power forwards in the league, ready to defend Julius Randle. Now, instead of having 20 seconds left on the shot clock, you got 16. By the time RJ touch it, by the time everybody touch it, now you got Julius Randle with 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
And that's what Obi Toppin does so well.
Right, and then
when the rebound, he sprints to the other side of the floor.
Right, exactly. But you know what though? It was 7 seconds left. Golden State sends a dummy double team. You know how they walk a zombie across? Oh, Julius, I'm double teaming. But he not really wanting to double team. They just want to get the ball out of Randle's hands and make Reggie Bullock dribble. Right? Now you got Reggie Bullock dribbling with 3 seconds on the shot clock. What do you think the end result was?
A brick.
House.
Turnover.
Yeah, man. And so to State's point, instead of letting your 255-pound power forward bring the ball up, bro, let anybody in here like Davion Mitchell?
A little Ty Lawson.
Come on, man. That's my boy.
Another 22-year-old lottery pick. Tibbs is going to play 10 minutes and he's going to average 3 points. I'm good, bro.
Hey, say who you? Oh, even better. Steph Curry comes around the screen. Everybody start running back down court because you talk about the greatest 3-point shooter of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It splashes, right? He part of the Splash Brothers. It's splash, right? Mitchell Robinson takes the ball out and passes 15 foot up court to a dude named Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton takes the ball and gets in the half court, and he sees the defense is not set, so he attacks the defense and makes them scramble, right? What a difference that makes, bro. Well, I'm saying now, State, you might not like Colin Sexton in that scenario, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, if Julius Randle is taking the ball out the net, you are always going to have a slow pace. It's nature. A 260-pound man is not going to be able to run like a 200-pound man. It's nature. It's natural. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Especially when it happens over and over and over during the course of the game. The reason why they call them guards and point guards for a reason. They're the point of attack on your offense. So while we say pick up the pace and all that stuff, I say how about we get a Colin Sexton to pick up the pace for us and run some of the same stuff.
Yeah, today's NBA players is just so soft. I'm just on Twitter. I'm just reading the excuses. James Harden's coming out of nowhere, my hamstring, blah, 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 blah. Kobe Bryant played Game 7 against the Boston Celtics with a broken finger. Yeah. I don't want to hear about your hamstring, my dude. Like, right. There's certain things from these other stars that I'm hoping to God RJ Barrett just doesn't do. Like, I don't want to hear excuses from RJ Barrett if you lose a game. I don't want to hear you.
Wait, have you ever?
I never heard it from him. So,
well, I'm gonna elaborate on that, man, because that's right there is like the most dangerous injury it is in the league. You know what I'm saying? Because it got three different.
He really had an injury, so he could say that.
It's a tear, it's a stretch, and it's a pull. Don't forget that's the injury that caused Magic Johnson to lead that Detroit series too. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I can say about James, even though I'm a Knick, don't get it twisted. Up until this season right here, James is leading the league in minutes. That's one dude I know that want to be out there, man. But that hamstring, ain't nothing you can do with that. That's worse than the ankle, all that stuff, man, because you don't know what you're going to do with it, deal with it. But, yeah, excuses, you right, 100%. The league is soft. It's not nowhere near like it is before. And I'm hoping they go ahead and change the ruling on that little Trey kick back, jump into you and draw a foul. And all.
They're going to do that.
Yeah, they need to change and clean some of this old NBA 2K video game stuff off, man. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna make that into like anything that's unnatural is not gonna be called a foul anymore.
They're gonna
so
have
if you kick it back,
Randall pull up too, like
even the foul that Harden did today, where the man had his hand and he picked up his right hand to go and shoot. Right. Anything that's unnatural like that, I don't think they're gonna call fouls anymore.
Right.
Yeah, and if you guys remember the little post fade that Randall does, where he puts the ball into and like his little elbow into the person's hand, and he gets that foul, that's gonna be something too. They're gonna
we call that chicken wing.
Yeah,
that's what we call it. From back in the day, the chicken wing. Give him the little chicken wing. I'm gonna say good morning to y'all guys, man. I'm gonna get ready to step out, man. Let y'all younger guys have it. You know what I'm saying? But before I go, one more time for Freezy. Down goes Brooklyn. Down goes Brooklyn.
Take it easy, Jay Bug.
All right, boss.
Peace out, bro.
Man, happy Father's Day to y'all, great men, man. Love y'all,
Father's Day, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I understand where State coming from with the Colin Sexton thing, and it makes a lot of sense, right? My only the only thing though is what are we giving up for him, right? And how does he fit in the locker room? Those are legit questions to ask if the trade is on the table. Now, if we talking about trying to swindle Cleveland, come on, bro.
I think they'll probably ask for Obi.
You see, the thing with him is that I don't think there's anything wrong with the locker room based. I just think is that they didn't think that he passed it to them enough.
Yeah.
Cause that's the only thing. And it to me, I'm like, yeah, I mean they had Garland, Cedi Osman sometimes, but like who are you really passing it to? If I'm being honest.
Yeah, if I'm
know.
Cleveland and
I
I'm
don't
giving
see-
up Colin Sexton, I'm asking for Obi.
I'm not asking for Obi just
That's
because
tough, huh?
I'm asking for IQ if I'm them. Cause
But you got
I'm not
guards.
asking for IQ.
You
'Cause
got
they have
Garland.
Right.
But I wouldn't ask for Obi. They got so many bigs and they're about to sign.
They don't got no bigs.
Jared
Kevin Love
Allen.
is their big.
Jared Allen, Kevin Love.
Jared Allen and Obi Toppin is like a dream scenario, bro.
Bro.
Jared Allen could stretch the floor a little bit and defend.
They kind of playing the same way though, in a sense. Like I don't know, they're both very athletic, and they don't shoot like that.
Hadouken. What if Cleveland get the 1 pick and now they got
That's what I'm saying. That's the only way I see them trading.
If I'm telling you, if Cleveland get the number 1 pick, bro, I'm launching. Listen, and I'm no snitch. I'm no snitch. But if Cleveland get the number 1 pick, I'm launching a Senate committee investigation into the NBA lottery proceedings, bro.
Right.
Because
is
it's
LeBron
ridiculous.
going there one more time? Is that why they're doing that? That's the only way they're doing that.
It's ridiculous, bro. That either David Griffin or the Cleveland Cavaliers get the number 1 pick.
To me, it's between Houston and OKC. Those are the only two. We'll find out on Tuesday, but I think it's either those two teams that get the first pick, just because it would only make sense.
OKC straight getting like the number 2 and the number 3 picks and just be striking gold all the time.
They not getting those picks, bro. Adam Silver can't reward blatant tanking, bro. They got
Bro, I would love to see the Sacramento Kings get the number 1 pick.
Oh my
Me
god.
too.
And
Me too.
you know what that do? That turns the apple cart completely over. All of the they turn.
Wait, Freezy. So you
Those
want
are the
De'Aaron Fox now? Because I remember you told I was the one here for the last 2 months saying, "Give me." I was the first one to mention it here. Give me De'Aaron Fox by any means
I wanted
necessary.
De'Aaron Fox too. I've been on.
No,
I've
but
been
I'm
on
saying I was
D
like
Fox.
the first person to bring it up like before our season even ended. But you said I don't want any losing mentality player.
Hey, but Duke,
player
you know what though? But Duke, you know what? You know what makes me smart? You know what makes me a genius, bro? Is that I surround myself by people that are smarter than I am. Right? That's what makes me a genius. People are like, how you gonna call yourself a genius? Bro, the thing I'll do is like if you're not smarter than me, I don't keep you around. Bro, but if you smarter than me, I keep you around. You know why? For two reasons.
That's the 48 laws of power.
Right, you're gonna always get the utmost productivity. You're gonna get the utmost productivity at all times. Right? And then two, and the other thing too about having smart people around, when problems come up, you always have problem solvers within arm's reach. Right? When a problem comes. So the fact that you said De'Aaron Fox and I said my blustery stuff is not an indictment on you.
No,
you know
I know that.
Yeah, it's the fact that you said something smart. You know what I'm saying? You had 100 and such people watching you say something smart. It makes me look good, but it also makes Duke look like he was ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, so why not? You got some more smart stuff to say?
Nah, bro, that would actually be like the craziest thing to happen, though. Because they already got Halliburton, and you know when De'Aaron Fox was out for health and safety, he was actually looking like pretty good for them, like by himself. So if you do get, I would say top 3 in general. I don't know, because they might get Mobley if anything. If they get a top 3 over Suggs, I don't know.
They
how
can
it
even
works.
keep them all 3 and put Kate at the small forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
I don't see him putting it the small.
So
forward.
the thing is the reason why I want Sacramento to get the number 1 pick is because it creates this thing called pressure, and it absolutely demolishes pipes. Right,
especially when you know that De'Aaron Fox is not happy with the situation,
and you just paid him a max contract, right? And you drafted a point guard last year, and they say if you draft another point guard,
and you know the value goes down from that when people already know, like you got that number 1 pick, the value is gonna go down.
Right. But Hadouken, here's the thing. You can't. They have to take a point guard, right? Because if they get in that spot and they draft anybody except the dude that was slotted to go in that spot for 2 years, it makes their front office look like a bunch of doofuses.
And you might as well have moved back. You might as well have moved back like 2 spots to get a Mobley or a Suggs if you really wanted to and get some assets for that.
Right. Or trade back with a playoff team that's hungry to move up to that number 1 spot. Right? Now you like, well, if you're, say for instance, if you're the Miami Heat and you have draft picks and assets, why not trade up to that number 1 spot and get you the point guard of the future? But at the same time, the Knicks, the Celtics are watching. The Wizards are watching.
I'm actually thinking about this right now. Imagine, all right, so OKC got a pick from what team? Like they have another
Boston.
pick, but theirs, right? No,
Yeah,
not the Boston pick, but they have a
Houston.
lottery pick if it drops. Yeah, Houston.
They got
And they could get it, right? So imagine they get a top 3 pick and then they get Houston's pick and then they trade one of their, like a few of their 38 picks for that number 1 pick. Like they just give a haul for that. That would be insane.
They can rebuild in one draft.
They would literally rebuild in one draft.
Right.
That
They
would be
could,
crazy.
And that is the reason why Adam Silver should definitely make them fall back in the lottery. Because they're blatantly tanking, and he changed the lottery just for stuff like that to prevent that from happening. So
That's funny. If something like that happens, bro.
Going forward.
right. So if Sacramento gets the number 1 pick, right?
You know something like that.
Sacramento gets the number 1 pick. It changes the entire dichotomy.
Basically, any team with a good point guard.
You know what? I was gonna say, what if Charlotte gets the number 1 pick?
Oh no!
If they get
see if they get that because they got the same. They got this. Oh no, they don't. That would just be insane going from 11.
If they was to get the 1 pick, bro.
Oh, nah, the Pelicans have the same chance as Chicago and Sacramento.
If the Pelicans get the 1 pick, I'm calling the investigation. I'm calling the feds. I gotta.
But I feel like it would be too hot if they get the number 1 pick because they already know Zion is unhappy and they already made it public. So I feel like that would be like much more blatantly obvious than the Zion number 1 pick.
I said the Pelicans earlier too.
Yeah, you can, because if David Griffin or the Cleveland Cavaliers get the number 1 pick, we have a right to demand a Senate investigation into the NBA lottery.
Yeah, especially since we can't, like, imagine jumping up that many times in multiple drafts and we can't even move up 1 from the number 6.
Right.
Like in 40 years, like that just makes no sense to me.
Right.
You know who I'm rooting for to get the 1 pick, and I'm rooting for them hard to get the 1 pick.
Golden State.
I really want,
Golden State.
Nope. I'm rooting for the Timberwolves to get the 1 pick, bro.
I want the Timberwolves too, man.
Yes.
I was saying that before.
I really
like,
want them to get the 1 pick, bro.
or one of the top 3 picks where Evan Mobley falls to them, and then they got to see what they got to do with Evan Mobley, a Cad, anything where they have to put like Freezy said, where there's pressure, where there's somebody at the position already on the team, and this just the best player available is that position.
Right.
That's where you see fireworks.
The thing is, they can only get the top 3. So if they get the top 3, it's
Golden State's pick. I mean, no, I'm sorry.
No, it's the Wolves pick.
The difference between Randle and Obi Toppin was that they wanted Randle out the door already at the beginning of the year. So that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? I don't think like Sacramento's looking to get rid of De'Aaron Fox. But what happens when you get the first pick and you got to choose between Cade Cunningham and De'Aaron Fox? That's where you have a conundrum. The conundrum is now that Randle played so well, now we in that same boat. But at the beginning of the year, it wasn't like that.
I really think if Sacramento if they get the 3rd to 6th pick, bro, I really think they're gonna trade that pick, bro, for an established all-star, bro. And I really think they're gonna call the Knicks for Randle. I don't know. That's just me because they drafted Marvin Bagley. He's just a bust.
Yeah, man.
I think they're gonna get Mobley if they go 3.
Why?
Because they need
a center.
Because
Mobley
they
got
Holmes.
Mobley is the number 1 pick in any other draft. Mobley would have been the number 1 pick in last year's draft, bro.
You listen. You always go by this rule when it comes to the NBA draft. You never pick a big over the wing. I'm going to repeat it again. Never pick the big over the wing. You don't take Hakeem over Jordan. You take Jordan every time.
So who are you picking at 3
over Luka? You never pick Ayton
But
over Luka.
you got to put it in context. Who is available at 3? Like if it's between Jalen Suggs,
just think of anyone but. Because I'm thinking the
because there's different scenarios. Because if you like the Detroit Pistons, and Jalen Green is there, and then there's Evan Mobley, you might think about, we need a star potential, and you might go Jalen Green, even though Evan Mobley. That's what I'm saying. I would go Jalen Green too, even though I know Evan Mobley at this point in time is a better player than Jalen Green. You swinging for the fences. And Jalen Green could be the home run.
Shooting guard, no, he's shooting guard, or is he?
He's a shooting guard. No, he's a shooting guard.
That's why I'm saying that. I'm saying that because they already got a point guard and they got Halliburton as their 2. I don't know.
Yeah, but even you talking about Sacramento? You talking about Sacramento or Detroit?
Yeah.
No, we talking about like if I was Detroit, I said, I told Hadouken that you had to put it into context.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, just think about it as if Cade is not there. Whoever goes to, because it's gonna be whatever team. So out of those, who are you gonna pick?
That's what I'm saying. If it's Detroit Pistons,
different scenarios, but
who do you pick? Who do you pick between Jalen Green or Evan Mobley?
Let's say Suggs goes 2, and then you got Mobley, Green, and Kuminga.
And Evan Mobley, Evan Mobley's ahead of Kuminga.
Mobley, Green, and Kuminga. Who are you picking if you're the Sacramento Kings?
If I'm the Sacramento Kings, I would probably go Mobley because they got no center.
That's what I'm saying. I will go if Suggs and Cade are picked, you might as well just go with Mobley because that's the only other position you don't really have. And Rashawn Holmes is leaving too.
Yo, Mobley's tough, yo. I watched the game with Mobley. I said, yo, this guy he looked like Cat mixed with a little Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah, he got mad skills.
I say, yo, he is scared. But that Jonathan Kuminga kid, man, you can't. I like the unknown, man. He's too. I mean, he's too raw for me. I really like Jalen Green, to be honest with you. Like Jalen Green, raw too.
But he looked like a Kobe to me, yo. He looked like a straight. He looked like a straight Kobe. Even on if he doesn't develop,
he better be 6'6".
He's Zach LaVine.
He better be.
He looked like he looked 6'6".
Because if he's 6'4", bro, if he's 6'4",
and Kuminga is 6'8", legit without shooting.
No, he's Kuminga. Kuminga is like a
Scotty Barnes, bro. You better get on this Scotty Barnes train right now, bro.
I've been on that train, bro.
Stay on. Nah, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites too, man. I've had like fights. I've had like fights in podcasts because I said Scotty Barnes is the 6th best player behind Kuminga, and everybody was like, "Yo, but he can't shoot. He can't do this." But dude's a stud on defense, yo, and he can pass the rock.
Scotty Barnes is like some people have him at 5 over Kuminga, from what I've seen outside.
I think Kuminga's a little bit ahead of him because Kuminga is not as lengthy as Scotty Barnes, but he's just stronger at his age already. You know what I'm saying? He's younger than Scotty Barnes. So you can tell that he's going to be a stronger player. He's going to be able to play power forward in the league, and he's going to be able to stretch out. He's going to be that prototypical power forward in the league.
I see the Wolves taking Kuminga if he's available on their pick. If they don't get
at 3,
at 3,
if they pick drop to 3.
Yeah, because the only thing they could get is 1, 2, and 3, and I really don't think they're getting 1 or 2.
Why they wouldn't take Suggs though?
I think they go
from Minnesota. Why they wouldn't take Suggs?
Because they have Rubio and D'Angelo Russell.
The thing I say about because everyone wants Cat, but it's like, bro, the reason D'Lo even got traded there is because him and Cat are best friends, and they didn't get a 1 year together, like for real. They didn't get 1 year yet to actually play.
D'Lo stay hurt. Like the only year he ain't getting hurt was when he was with Brooklyn for some reason, but he stay hurt,
bro.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah. I liked him a lot when he came out of Ohio State. I thought he was it, yo.
Because they showed a highlight. I'm sorry, Duke. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying they would have a starting lineup of D'Lo, Anthony Edwards, Malik Beasley, Jonathan Kuminga, and Cat.
I'm not putting Kuminga at the 4.
That sounds like.
And they still got players like Jaden McDaniels who's balling.
Nah, I can't do that either.
I'm not. Yeah, I
But
can't.
no, I think eventually he's gonna grow into it.
Now, I like his Scottie Pippen type
Small
ability.
forward.
Yeah.
So are you thinking of like a John? Because it's like the way I think about it is he's like a Jonathan Isaac that plays small forward, but he's tall like that.
Who?
Kaminga?
Scotty Barnes?
Kuminga.
Nah, Kaminga got way more talent than John.
No, I know. I'm saying, but it's like the way that.
Yo,
Jonathan
I'm so
Isaac is
high
6'11",
on
he plays small
Scotty
forward, man.
Barnes that I compared him to Giannis.
Oh nah.
I compared him to Giannis, bro.
Nah, that's
Scotty Barnes is like if he reaches his maximum potential, he give me Danny Granger vibes. He give me
Don't forget his facilitating because he's got talent to facilitate.
He do.
That's why I think Giannis, his length.
Draymond Green. Yo, I was watching a high school video of Scotty Barnes. The dude screamed after every dunk. I've never seen Knox scream after a dunk. Like, I see RJ do it, but he's very intense, bro.
RJ be screaming because he feel like he don't believe like he got that high. Like he jumped that high. He's like, yo, I was flying.
I saw. Did you see the one where Scotty Barnes dove for a loose ball and the high school cheerleaders helped him up and he got up screaming? You're like, why are you screaming after a loose ball, bro? Yeah,
yo, I love Scotty. I love.
So remember when I said Keon Johnson because I thought he was like number 7 behind Scotty Barnes. Then I realized he was 6'3". So who would you guys put at 7 now? Because if Keon Johnson is 6'3", like
Jalen Johnson, Powell.
You guys like Jalen Johnson a lot, huh? I'm really not that high on him.
His defensive potential is through the roof.
Yes.
And his offensive facilitating is and so I like stuff like going right and being able to see a cutter and throw a left-handed bounce pass. Stuff like that impressed me. And when you see a kid that age do stuff like that, he going right and he take his left hand, right, and throws a bounce pass to a guy cutting to the and it's on time. Stuff like that impressed me. Not only the fact that he saw it, but the fact that he did it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that is impressive to me. But you know what? We're gonna learn a lot this week because the combine is this week.
Right.
All the measurables are gonna be out there.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at that Keon Johnson.
I'm gonna be watching those videos. I love watching the draft combines.
Bruh.
I'm gonna be looking at that Keon Johnson height because I need to see if that's for real. I need to see how tall Davion Mitchell really is, if he's really 6'2", or if he's smaller than that too. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Moses Moody and Book Knight's height as well. I want to see if those guys are legit 6'5", legit 6'6" types players.
I think that kid's gonna be Bradley Beal.
And you brought up Jalen Green. Jalen Green is listed as 6'6".
Right.
And you're talking about 6'4". Yeah. That's a big difference. 6'6" is Kobe.
Yeah.
If he's 6'6", we talking business.
Kobe was 6'6" with a 7'2" wingspan, I think.
Yeah. And big hands. And big hands able to palm the ball. Yep. So that's the thing that intrigued. But anyway, bro, I'm telling you, going into this combine, a lot of stuff is going to be revealed. And if the NBA does something clumsy, like lets the Sacramento Kings get the number 1 pick, bro, or even better, let the Cleveland Cavaliers get the number 1 pick. I'm going to hate it, but the Cavs can't draft point guards like 3 out of the last 4 years.
Yeah, you think we're gonna see trades for the picks early on?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see a decent amount early on, but then like the major ones are gonna be on the day.
On draft night. And this is a quick turnaround, man. This is gonna be quick. Like draft's gonna be coming up, the combine's gonna be coming up, then the draft, then free agency, and then we're gonna play ball again.
Right. The draft is a week after the championship ends, the finals end. And then
the finals is ending in what? A couple of weeks?
The 22nd is supposed to, they said. So it's gonna be, but It's gonna be
that's a
before
month
the
from
draft.
now. That's a
Yeah,
month from now.
It's gonna be a month from now, and then the draft is on the 29th, and free agency is August 2nd.
Yo, 7 days after the final game, the draft is gonna happen. When the hell has that happened before? Like, it's gonna be mad quick turnaround.
I just need. We all got the what is this? The candle circle, and we all just need to pray that certain teams.
Are you talking about the seance?
The seance.
My man
We
wanna
gotta
do a
just
seance.
pray certain teams get that one pick, and other teams move back. If Orlando get the one pick,
I don't want them to get the number 1 pick.
A lot of teams have a stockpile at point guard, right? Orlando, Cleveland.
I like Markelle Fultz too, but yeah, they
Sacramento.
got RJ Hampton, Cole Anthony. They got Markelle.
Yeah, so
Yo, I
it's gonna be.
swear to
it's
God,
gonna
if
be
the
a
Pelicans
lot of
get
people.
that number 1 pick, man.
Now, if the Pelicans actually get it, like,
Yo, I swear to
the
God,
league
man,
is
like,
actually gonna get like a report from every single person in the NBA because we all know that's gonna be rigged.
that's a fact, bro.
That's like a auto rig. Even though we knew the number 1 for the Pelicans was already.
I'm gonna do a
rigged for
damn
LeBron,
simulation just
that
to
would
Right.
I'm gonna
Bro,
do a
if-
simulation.
Eddie-
OKC with the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I was gonna
I've
say,
been just randomly doing these too.
and you know what, Eddie C, you know what I was gonna say? You notice that anytime there's like a major thing going on in a city, that city gets the number 1 pick. Dams get flooded in New Orleans. Hey, number 1 pick in the draft. New Orleans get Zion. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota, stuff going on in Minnesota.
Right.
We ain't gonna say knock on wood, but I see where you going.
Just did another simulation. Minnesota got the first pick.
Bro,
I did one, and Houston got the first pick.
I did one simulation, and
I'm
the
gonna do one more.
Spurs got the 1 pick, and
Detroit.
they went up
The
11 spots.
Spurs?
Yeah,
Spurs?
yeah, and then and the Raptors got the 3rd pick.
Damn,
Cavs got
Toronto
2nd.
moved up
That's
5 slots to get the number 2
I
pick
don't know
and
how they
pick
be
up
doing
Evan
these-
Mobley.
These Sims, bro. This is so like. I remember doing this before our draft.
I actually wanted to do some of this stuff, like simulations, draft type stuff, bro.
I did
It's
that
bad
for
fun,
a
yo.
lot
Like,
of
yo,
last
a
year,
lot of
and
people
I
love.
was
A lot of
pissed.
people love doing this stuff, man. I be watching these guys on YouTube. They get mad views, man, just on these draft simulations, mock drafts. Like, yo, people be eating this mock draft stuff up.
So we're gonna do a mock draft. The only thing about it, bro, and I know this is technical stuff. The only thing about it though is when you do mock drafts, you got to get cats to be quiet so you can do results, right? And so it's like, oh man, who you got?
OKC, Toronto.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the Pelicans moved up
Pelicans somehow
to
get in the
number
top
3.
5,
right. And so to share screens.
And then they got
and stuff-
Jalen Green at number 3.
Wow.
They really want Zion to stay in New Orleans, bro. They get him another, and they were saying Brandon Ingram was the one that it wasn't even Zion that's tight. It was Brandon Ingram that was tight.
Nah, Sham said that Zion and his family are tight.
Word.
Yeah, and
So
Sham
it's
said
like
it, so
everybody's tight.
You know it's 100%. And you heard what JJ
Even
Redick
what's
said.
that white? JJ Redick
Yeah, but the
tight
thing
too.
is, JJ Redick said that's the worst front office he's ever been with. And he thinks nobody should ever go there. So that just puts bad light on everything there.
And Lonzo Ball. You remember the Lonzo Ball situation? When Lonzo Ball had his balls packed. When he had his bags packed. When he had his bags packed at the trade deadline.
Yeah. And then Josh Hart already said he wants a fresh start. So you're dumb, bro. That team is like falling apart.
Yo, if they give the Pelicans the 1 pick, bro, we gonna have to have a dialogue. Man.
Yeah, it can't happen.
Hey, fellas, I gotta wrap up right here because tomorrow's Father's Day and they taking your mans out for breakfast.
Happy Father's Day, brother.
So I'm gonna get out of here. Tomorrow for sure, Knicks at Night podcast, we're gonna be on and popping. We're gonna be talking about some of the same stuff, but some new stuff. Down goes Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you everybody for coming through. We'll holler at y'all later on tonight. I might try to do a midday joint. So be careful for the alerts. I'm gonna try to, but I can't promise. But anyway, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.